Hello, hello. All right, we're live. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to welcome to another Helldivers Experience podcast. The podcast hosted by, it turns out we were clickbaiting the whole time. You know, we always say we're the most experienced Helldivers, but finally we got Takibo on here, the solo full clear god. What's up, Takibo?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Good. Thanks for coming on. And we've got Eravin back, the stealth full clear god. What's up, Eravin?
Hey, man.
Welcome back. All right, we've got a nice one planned for you guys today. We've got all the hidden changes in the last patch that I have found testing on my stream. We'll cover the new Warbond quickly. And we have a quick patch. I guess we could just mention it. And then we're going to be doing a primary weapons tier list. And I'm going to be honest, this is all going to take a lot of time. Hopefully we don't go over 2 hours. Okay, but if we do, it is what it is. Pyro with the dono says, give your kitty attention. Yo, thank you for the dono, Pyro. Spam some emotes in the chat. All right.
Thank you, Pyro. Appreciate it.
Carrie with the $10 says, good day, gents. Looking forward to the stream today. We appreciate it, Carrie.
Good day to you too, my guy. Thank you so much for the 10.
How you doing today? All right, so first things first, before we do any of that, we always like to read some of the comments from the last podcast. So first up, we got a comment from Powerhound, and he says, I think players overhyped what we expected on Liberty Day. I don't think Arrowhead is at fault here. True, and also...
Both can be true at the same time.
Yeah, both could be true at the same time. They could have done a little more for Liberty Day, but we definitely... I was definitely overhyping what I was expecting. I'll definitely say that.
Is this about the Constitution rifle?
No. About what we were expecting on Liberty Day.
This is why I love you, Filet, right?
Why?
Accountability. I like it, man. You have the balls.
Bro, I thought more would happen, but also I think they could have done more.
Yeah, they could have for sure.
What did you guys think about Liberty Day, Takibo? What were your thoughts?
Honestly, the only thing I remember is the Constitution rifle, and that wasn't that great.
You don't like the Constitution, bro? You don't think it's S tier?
No, hell no, dude.
Oh, let's go. Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
What else did they even release on Liberty Day?
The Helldivers 1 armor.
That was it. Just
that's true.
Okay, I will say, I actually, unironically, wear the Helldivers 1 armor all the time on bots now. Bro, Democracy Protects is good. I'm democracy pilled.
I'm not a fan, honestly.
Liberty Day, I'm pretty sure, if I remember, I basically said you were definitely getting the Constitution rifle, you're definitely getting the Helldivers 1 retro armor, and then these are a bunch of other systems that are currently in development that they could drop on us. And it went something like that, and then none of that stuff happened. It was just the Constitution and DP00. And then the Constitution was pretty much exactly what I expected it to be and what I told people it was going to be. I was like, this is a ceremony rifle that people get at age 16 to try to get them to enlist into service. It's not a weapon meant for the active war zone of 2184. If you take it, it's because your balls are huge.
On Liberty Day.
No. Those are the two things I was expecting. And then the rest, like, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't.
Okay.
Fair. McWolves with the 5 says, big welcome to Kibo.
Hey.
I was
expecting
the DSS would be done. I will say that. I really expect the DSS to be
done
done for Liberty Day. That would have made sense.
So, in my head, I was like, we should get the DSS on Liberty Day. But also in my head, I was like, I know how Arrowhead works, and I thought we would at least get the major order to finish it. So, like, if it wasn't going to be at Liberty Day, I thought it would be out by the end of the last major order. But it just still wasn't.
Yeah, it's also because of their so to speak weird kind of marketing, right? Like they don't say anything, which then builds up expectation, and then nothing happens.
That's very true.
Dude, they do shit so weird too. Like, why'd the Constitution and the armor come out the next day? That was so weird to me.
Yeah.
Cowboy with the 5 says, let's be real, Liberty Day was a huge content drip in HD1, so our expectations were warranted. Thank you for the 5. Fair enough. Yeah, is what it is. Is what it is. Is what it is. All right, we got a comment from Lucky 10th. Says, I really want to see a Blitzer guard dog, unlimited flashy volleys of auto-aimed arcs. I don't care how much team fire it causes, it would be hilarious.
Sounds like it would team kill a lot.
Yeah, literally.
Well, you just get your whole team to wear the arc armor and it's chill.
Oh, yeah.
Or for solo runs, that would be cracked, dude. That would be cracked. Like you wouldn't.
It would probably be
good,
cracked
actually.
on solo runs.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd love to see it somehow still target the user despite having auto aim. That would be so funny.
Dude, everybody in the chat is saying they really liked your halt shotgun run, Takibo.
The what? Oh, the halt shotgun run. Yeah,
They-
that was my last video, I think, right?
They didn't expect you to get off
no,
the
I did a
planet.
reprimand after that. Yeah, man. It's quite a tough game. I've been having a lot of tough games recently, actually. I've been struggling to extract.
Yeah, extract is tough. They added a bunch of patrols to it. Dominican Sharingan with a $2 says Eravin.
Thank you for the 199.
And Pyro says Eravin's where's your beautiful avatar? Just a little trouble setting up the cameras. It is what it is. But we still got his profile picture. All right, and then our last comment from Gigant Drago says, I do wish the new World War II or 1 rifle gets the Senator treatment, that its bullets hits hard, regardless if it's realistic, but I'm willing to wait if there's weapon mods or upgrade systems added to the game to upgrade it to have higher armor pen later instead of a flat buff now. Do you guys think the Constitution needs the AP4?
I do. I honestly do.
Yeah, same here.
But
No.
would you unironically use it?
Probably still not. Probably still wouldn't use it. Because like the Senator is really good because it's a sidearm, right? So it
Yeah.
has a sidearm that can actually take out like large units. It makes it quite good, but the Constitution is just, I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of the bolt action and the reload is just so slow. If they could do that thing that they did with the Senator where when you reload, when you're completely out of ammo, it like puts it all back at once. I don't know what that's called. You know what I'm talking about?
The speed loader, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they added that, then maybe they could make that weapon a little bit better. And then on top of that with an AP4, but even then I still don't know if I would use it. I honestly do believe that weapons with gimmicks nowadays are the way to go. Like weapons like exploding crossbow or like incendiary shotguns. I think those are always going to be the way to go.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree.
AP4 is the buff people think they want for the Constitution, but in reality, it wouldn't actually do anything they would hope it would do. Because it would still have 50 durable damage, which is lower than the
that's
Senator's
true.
durable damage. It would still have really low rate of fire, and it would still not reload with a stripper clip it on empty. If you want the Constitution to feel better, you give it 60 more damage because it was supposed to have 60 more damage than the Diligence Counter-Sniper before it got buffed. Actually, wait, no, it was supposed to be 40 more, right? Yeah, 180 versus 140. So
Did
you would put
they-
it up to 240 damage, and you would give it stripper clips on empty, and people would probably be happy enough with that.
See,
but AP4 isn't going to do anything.
I think AP4 would be cool and all because you could shoot it at a Hulk eye, but the Constitution buff I really want is to the bayonet. The bayonet is a little underwhelming. It don't be staggering.
It's the animation too, man. I wish it was a different kind of animation.
The animation could be better, but I need it to
Yeah.
stagger, bro. Like, why can I punch an Alpha Commander, but I can't stab him back? He just keeps coming at me.
Does
Yeah,
that do extra damage? I'm actually not even sure.
The bayonet, yeah, but you really need peak physique to make it good.
Yeah.
Damage
Erwin,
wise.
Yeah,
do you
you
know how
need-
much damage that is?
It's like 110, and then with peak
Do you
physique,
know
it's
how much damage
165.
the bayonet does?
Bayonet does 110 and then 165 in peak physique.
Oh, okay. And 50 is the normal melee, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Also,
so
it's AP3 versus AP1. Our melee is AP1. Not that it matters because our melee functions like a dot that pierces through armored outer body parts, which is funny.
Yeah, why does our melee do that? It's so
Because
weird.
it's a dot. I don't know. it's a really dumb way to do it, but it's how it's set up. It's a dot.
Pyro with the dono says give Eruptor Shrapnel AP3. Do you mean AP4 to Eruptor? Because I've seen people saying give
Thank you, Pyro.
Eruptor AP4. Yeah, thank you, Pyro. I've seen people give Eruptor AP4, if that's what you meant. I'm gonna have to make a Constitution AP4 BTK breakdown for mediums. AP3 is Eruptor Shrapnel is AP3. I think we all just want the OG Eruptor Shrapnel back. All right, boys. So we could quickly cover the new patch this morning, because there was just a tiny small patch. I don't think I have a screenshot for it. It was in the main Discord. Just a tiny small patch. First up, Thak M-Dub with the 5 said, glad you guys find time to do this group stream. Awesome idea. Hope the small dono helps. Take care, group and chat. Yo, thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Dub.
We appreciate that for sure. Thank you. There was a small patch this morning where they just did a few fixes. Now, the most notable fix that I know some of you will like is they fixed the emote wheel from snapping the cursor. I saw a bunch of people complaining about that, and it's true that was annoying. But otherwise, it was just a few miscellaneous fixes. However, big mission change today. Reduced enemy spawn rates during the Raise flag objective in Spread Democracy mission to make the objective easier to complete.
Was there something wrong with it? Because I was playing it yesterday and it didn't feel bad at all. So
on the bug side, no. On the bot side, it was crazy. It was doable. I mean, I think everyone was saying it was the hardest mission on the bot side.
It was the hardest mission.
For sure.
Bro, they should have left it, man. It was the one tough mission, I swear. I think because it was a defense-only campaign for the bots.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
It's the consistent problem whenever they make any mission actually hard. If you can't opt into it, if it's something you're forced to do, that only some people are going to enjoy doing, they can't leave it in as is. It has to be a harder mission that you opt into. It can't just be out in the open because people will just get mad and it'll get nerfed.
See, I was advocating that all the missions on Diff 10 should be that hard.
Agreed.
They should just lower it on 7 and below.
Yeah.
I agree, but
There
that's
should be
also
some kind of challenge, bro.
Not an opinion that's gonna carry through the majority. So it just kind of is what it is.
What do you think of that mission, Takibo? We were talking about it a little bit before the stream.
Oh, I thought it was actually fine where it was, honestly.
Have you ever soloed that one?
I do enjoy it. Yeah, I soloed on Terminid side. Honestly, I'd never tried it on Automaton. I'm actually surprised that it's actually supposed to be harder. I didn't know that until you guys just mentioned it. But yeah, I did it on Terminid and it was extremely tough to do so. Mostly because you have to stay in that area, right? Like I can't use movement to my ability. I have to stand there and hold my ground. That's what made it so difficult.
Yeah.
But I guess the automatons I don't know, maybe like recoilless rifles to shut down the reinforcements. I don't know, maybe that's...
Bro, on bots, it's just endless bot drops. It's insane.
Could you not smoke your way through it?
You can, yeah.
You can, right?
You have to... Okay, so the way you can do it with bots is you can use... well, this doesn't help you, Takibo, but you can use your teammates to distract the bot drops away from the flag and someone smokes on top of the flag to hold it down.
Oh,
and then
true.
The
you could smoke it.
The enemies stay away from the flag because they're being engaged by Helldivers off-site, which keeps the flag raising while the one Helldiver raises it. Solo, you could probably do something similar where you have turrets, you smoke yourself on the flag, the turrets and like a shield bubble keep the enemies distracted and moving away from the flag, away from your position on the flag, and that could probably work solo.
Hey, random.
If I just stand still and consistently throw smokes on like the floor, will the bots see me? I actually never tried.
No, they won't. The only way they find you in that situation is objectives like the flag, objectives like Geo Survey, like the extract beacon. They all give out a sound that the player
Mhm.
can't hear, but the bots hear, which causes
Okay.
them to run towards it and investigate it like an explosion keeps going off in their head.
Oh, okay.
So they're not looking for you. They're just running at the flag because it's making this really annoying noise for them. So if they run up on the flag, they're going to see you because they're point blank with you in the smoke. But
Yeah.
they're not exactly looking for you. And what they will prioritize over that search functionality is shield bubbles, turrets, and other Helldivers that are shooting at them.
But in theory, you could probably use like a supply pack, a bunch of smokes, and try to like just consistently
Yeah.
smoke yourself out while the flag does its thing, right? But I mean,
The
afterwards, you
bots
still
will
have to
run at
clear
the
them all
flag.
out. Yeah.
The bots will
That's
just
true.
run
At
at
least-
the flag. if they
at
don't have
least you
something
wouldn't
to make
have-
them go away.
At least you wouldn't have other bots shooting at you, though.
Yep, it helps. It's still definitely better than not doing it. That's for sure. Although I guess it's kind of a moot point now. You definitely don't need to do it anymore. Whatever they changed about it, it probably got neutered. Like whenever Eradicate gets broken.
Mhm.
Yeah, to be fair, I haven't tried it yet. Zinni with the dono says they should have kept the spawns of diff 8 and up and lowered them on diff 7 and below for the casuals. True.
Thank you, Zin.
Yeah, I think it's important to keep difficulty 6 and 7 a bit more accessible because they got super samples on them and people want to be able to get super samples. I feel like diff 6 and 7 is like, okay, the game's not like hard yet, but here's more heavies you have to deal with now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's like
I
the
mean, it's still like for an average player, it's probably still challenging, right? Like it's not gonna be like super easy.
yeah,
like,
yeah, but the intro
doable.
to like not like super
Heavier.
extreme.
Yeah.
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 Like
Yeah,
it's like here's a bunch of
Sure.
heavy enemies. It's like your taste
Mhm.
of like having to deal with that.
Yeah.
Zinni, thank you by the way. One thing I will say is on the bot side, when we're recoilising down the dropships on that mission, dude, that
Mhm.
mission's like guaranteed to crash your game. It's wild.
Really?
Yeah. Because
Why
if you
is it too much? Like too many reinforcements?
I think it has to do with dropships being on the floor or like tank destruction. It's like once you
Oh,
kill
that-
enough stuff in squads, it's like just guaranteed to crash your game.
I had the same kind of thing on Blitz. Every time I would play it solo or with a team, I would fly in, land, and like 20 seconds in, it would just crash completely, and I
That's
couldn't do it.
yeah.
Rough.
I think that's a little bit different because I don't know. Because Pips, I watch your streams. I know that happens. That's
Yeah.
like a random crash. I don't know what causes that.
It's
But-
literally on Blitz. It happens on
Yeah,
Blitz. But
it's
it hasn't
something to do
happened
with
me for the
Blitz.
last few weeks. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
happen anymore. It used to though. They
Yeah.
probably fixed it.
But with bots, if you just kill enough bots, you have like enough destruction on the floor, smoke effects.
Oh,
like-
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It like stacks up and it'll crash your game.
That happened in Destiny 2.
You
Yeah.
guys know about the host bug with bots?
The smoke, yeah.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
the dropship smoke will stack infinitely and it never goes away for the host until it crashes the
Oh.
game.
Yeah. That might be it. That might be what it is. All right. So, after the last patch, well, there was a patch this morning. I got to retest stuff. After the last patch, there was a bunch of hidden buffs and nerfs. All right, guys, I'm going to be honest. Some of the stuff might be intentional. Some of the stuff might be unintentional. But there was a bunch of changes. There is a notable Plasma Punisher change. However, it's actually working how it was before. But I'll
Yeah.
just explain to you guys how. There was an Airburst change, a Dominator change. I'll just mention Orbital Gatling Barrage. Everyone has noticed Orbital Gatling Barrage has felt better this patch. Everyone says they think the fire rate of it got buffed. I think the spread is a little bit better, though, because I was looking at some Gatling Barrage footage from a couple patches ago, and the fire rate looked the same. But it does feel better this patch. Have any of you guys used Orbital Gatling Barrage?
Yep. I used it
I have
first
not,
game
no.
after I heard it got buffed.
I
Yeah,
have
everyone-
not either.
Everyone's been saying it felt better this patch again. It might be the spread, to be honest with you guys. There is an arc thrower change, which I think is really good. And then also the pummeler. So we'll cover the pummeler as well. All right, so first up, the Dominator now has better ergonomics. I think. I mean, look at that. This is without peak
Oh.
physique.
Oh, damn. Really?
It's lagging. Hold on.
Was that without peak physique?
This is no peak physique.
I'm going to throw up.
Takibo, I know you use the Dominator too. Doesn't that look better?
Oh, yeah. I used to love it against the bots. It does look better. It does look better. It felt like you were just dragging around the couch before.
Yeah.
That does seem a lot faster.
I also
I feel like
suspect that the projectile speed is buffed, although I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Do you have a before and after for
Yeah,
the Dominator?
I don't
That'd be
have a
nice.
before.
I have a video that I made about this a while ago. Let me go check the footage.
That'd be
So
nice.
I can
to
actually
compare.
actually
watch that.
compare it 1-to-1.
With that being said, so Lab uses Dominator all the time. Lab said it
Think
was
he's been-
definitely better. That's actually
Okay,
Lab's like main
here-
weapon.
Here's a side by side. 1 second.
Send it. Zinni with the dono says, "Give Dommy more ammo, please." Dominator solid. A bunch of people said it fell off, but I swear it's solid.
It's time stamped.
But
You-
incredible.
I think it just kind of fell off because other weapons just came up, not necessarily
yeah,
that
I
the
agree.
Dominator fell off.
Yeah, I
Other
agree.
weapons got brought up to its new
Yeah,
standard,
exactly.
and then
Mhm.
people dropped it because they didn't need a peak physique tax to run the other guns.
True.
Is this placebo, guys?
I think it's placebo. I'm being honest. 'Cause, yeah, this is what it used to be months ago. And then there's even a clip right after this that is peak.
Nah, I
physique
think
if you
this
wanna
is a
see the
bit slower.
Comparison. This is peak. Now that's peak. That is way better.
No, with
Then-
peak
yeah,
physique,
yeah.
it's still better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with
it's
peak
still
is
way
insane.
better.
Look how slow in this clip it's... Hold on. I'll play the other clip in a second. Rendar with the $2 says, "I'd love a 50-meter scope on the Jar 5, not a reflex." Yeah, I mean, that would be a huge buff for it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Isn't
thank you for the
there,
$2,
limited
Rendar.
range on the Dominator, or am I tripping?
No,
Does it not blow up at some point?
I don't think so. I think you're thinking of Eruptor.
No, there's no explosions.
Okay, I'm tripping then.
All right, so that's old without peak physique. This is current without peak physique.
Maybe a slight
Maybe placebo.
It looks the same to me.
Yeah, I would need to play with it, honestly, to really feel it.
one. Yeah.
But looking at it like this, yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it was changed.
I remembered it moved way slower until Eravin showed that one, but it doesn't.
Maybe placebo, boys. It is what it is.
We coping hard. Someone
It
said.
We
might
are-
have just
we are
been a
coping hard.
while- I think it might have just been a while since people had played Dominator.
Yeah, probably.
I'm glad you pulled up the
Yeah,
footage.
that's
I
true.
was looking for old Dominator footage, and I couldn't. I'm like, I played the old Dominator a lot, but like, who just randomly sits there and pushes it back and forth?
Me. I did this with all of the different guns that were particularly affected by peak physique with the side by side. Just to show
I need to
people
put
what
these
Peak was
videos
doing.
side by side after the stream. I'm gonna go in my video editor, put them side by side. All right, now here are some other ones that are definitely happening. Okay, so the arc thrower now arcs through dead bodies again. Now this is definitely something new because they removed this a while ago, and it lags because I'm live. However, this is actually a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah, of course.
Because the arc thrower in general just chains more now. And when it on launch, it used to chain through dead bodies, and then when they removed that, that's when it started getting inconsistent. It also blows up a lot of the dead bodies now. So honestly, this one I actually think is a good thing, just because it also chains now. It makes it more consistent, like it won't fizzle. Instead
Didn't
of
that's a
they
great-
actually,
that's great.
Didn't they do that to the arc thrower a couple updates ago?
no, I'm pretty sure it just started
Wh-
chaining through
wh-
dead
Which
bodies.
update was it? I'm trying to remember when I did my last arc thrower video. It already was going through dead bodies by then, but now I'm kind of wondering when that was. When was this update we're talking about?
A week or two ago
About
now.
a week ago?
This one could have happened.
Okay, yeah.
The
it might
patch
have
before
been.
that, to be fair.
It might have been after. No, I might have recorded the video afterwards, actually.
That's fair. I mean, this definitely could have. I mean, this is like a change that was never listed, so this could have happened a
It's
patch ago for
yeah,
all we
it's
know.
massive though. Regardless, it's a
Yeah.
massive change.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
Yeah, arcing through dead bodies is
So
definitely a good
annoying
thing.
when you're shooting something and it just stops on a dead body and just doesn't do anything. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
it was.
Also, the warrior and hunter explosions is a buff for the arc thrower because it removes a body for it to arc onto. So like that was a change I saw a lot of people not talking about. All right, so the Plasma Punisher was reverted. This isn't a hidden change. However, I do think there's a small issue with the Plasma Punisher. It definitely works better now than it was when they changed it because they basically just reverted it. But I just wanted to explore this one because I learned about this as well when I was messing with it. So for those of you that don't know, the Plasma Punisher essentially has a proximity around it. So I think Pips knows this because he shoots it at streakers, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is a good
Yeah, I do.
thing, but it's also a bad thing. So it's a pro and a con. It's a good thing because it makes it really consistent. So I'm just going to go frame by frame. You can see I missed this on purpose. Okay, not that one.
You got to be pretty close.
Yeah, you do have to be pretty close.
It's either proximity or it's the hitboxes go crazy. But go and figure.
I'm pretty sure it's proximity because notably, and Pips, I think you know this as well, sometimes you'll like hit a hunter like what seems like a direct shot, but
Yeah.
it doesn't one-shot it, right?
No. Yeah.
So the thing is though, if you hit a hunter in the body, you should be doing 250 damage to it, which does one-shot it. So that's why I'm pretty sure it's a proximity, because you're only getting that AoE damage, which is only 150 damage. So it's a good thing because it makes it more consistent and you can shoot it at enemies like streakers, or especially these small bots. If Plasma Punisher wasn't proximity, you'd be missing these skinny bots all the time. However, so I can't really, it's hard to show in the frame by frame. But basically you could just see me, I'm shooting like next to the small bot on purpose, this next one. So the bad thing is you're not getting that projectile damage. Now, what I would hope that they would do is front load the AoE a bit more. So just take some of that projectile damage and put it in the AoE. And then it would be really good and really consistent. And it would like...
Have they said it's proximity or
No.
So
more of
they arrowheaded the hell out of the patch notes on this. When you read the patch notes for this weapon on this patch, they say that the associated ballistics will also be reverted. And what they're referring to, because they don't want people to know about this for some reason that I could not tell you why, is that was because it reverted it having proximity debt. And they had changed proximity debt off for the exact reason Thick mentioned, where you don't actually get the ballistic damage because of this proximity, but the proximity is like one of the parts people like about the gun. And they're like, well, if you like the proximity, we're not going to boost the explosive damage and just get rid of the ballistic damage to compensate. We're just going to leave it as is and vaguely tell you what happened. And if no one notices, then cool, moving on.
So I also think, well, first of all, rival with the 10s. With the 10. Hold on, I can't see
Rival
chat.
is a legend, bro.
Can you read his message?
The Avengers of Helldivers 2 have assembled with these four all together. Ain't that the truth right there, bro?
All right, I can see chat again. Rival, thank you for the $10. The Avengers of
Thanks for the 10,
Helldivers.
man.
Appreciate it. So one thing I'll say, remember the patch where everyone said Scorcher like wasn't being super consistent? I wonder if the Scorcher projectile had the same sort of proximity thing going on. Because the Scorcher and the Purifier notably don't work the same as the Plasma Punisher anymore, right?
That patch when the Scorcher was messed up, it was falling off really quickly from the center. The explosions were
Oh, is that all
like
that the
virtually
Scorcher was?
non-functional. Yeah, the big problem with the Scorcher was I don't know how they messed this up, but the inner radius of the Scorcher was so low that when you hit Devastators in the breastplate, the explosive damage would like have completely fallen off by the time it permeated through and hurt the chest.
Oh, was that really what was happening?
It was really bad. I don't know how they messed that up. It was awkward too because I was like repping the gun in a video or something, and I watched it back. I'm like, why is this taking so long to kill things? They'll fix it. I'll throw it out there anyway.
Probably a mistake. Who knows? Carrie with the big PP donation, the $10.01 to top rival. Yo, Carrie, thank you. We appreciate that heavily.
Dono wars have begun.
I know, right?
It's on now.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. All right. All right. And then the final thing, this one, for what it's worth, or not the final one, actually. For this one, for what it's worth, I think is unintentional. So I've been revisiting the Pummeler. Holy, it actually is the Dono
Brett,
Wars.
50.
Yo, Brett with the 50 says for the heroes of the Galactic War. Dude, yo, spam some emotes in the chat.
Go, Brett.
And Rival is actually continuing the Dono Wars, $10.02. You're not that pal. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Legends. Yo, thank you guys.
Thank you guys
Holy.
so much.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. All right. I've been revisiting the Pummeler, okay? For what it's worth, I think this one is unintentional because they added the stun buildup to the arc thrower in the recent patch. So I think, oh my God, Dobby with a throbby.
Dobby.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, one fillet. Look at, I told you the wars have begun, bro.
Dobby with the throbby.
Sell it.
Dobby with the throbby is Dono warring with the $50 dude. He donates $50.01. We need a gas mortar sentry that makes a fart sound every time it fires.
Oh
Tell
my
me,
God, please.
tell
Yes,
me why I'm wrong. You're not
bro.
wrong.
You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong.
Dude, thank you guys.
That would
Holy
be
shit.
incredible. That would be incredible. Imagine fillet. That would be so fucking cool.
You guys are going insane. Let's get some yippies for the fart mortars. All right, Pummeler. I'm trying to finish my sentence, guys. Come on. Pummeler, I think this is unintentional. So like they changed how like arc thrower worked with the stun buildup. However, they accidentally left Pummeler in the dust, man. They left it in the dust. It's not even stunning warriors in one shot anymore. Look at this.
Does it build up now too?
Yeah, dude, it takes 3 shots to stun a warrior. It's so down bad. No, fuck you, Pips.
Good, bro. That's good. That's good news.
I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt that this is unintentional because they reworked the arc thrower stun and they just never
Nah,
like.
bro. Pummeler is OP. It needed that treatment, honestly. So if the
Okay,
devs are
buddy.
listening, please keep working on it.
Okay,
Tone
buddy.
it down a little bit. Take some
Can
magazine.
we cancel this guy?
Take out some magazine. Get rid of the ammo. You know, look at that. That was insanely powerful. What you just did to that. To that.
This gun sucks.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
20 gifted.
Dabazard with the $2 said, did someone say crash out? Yo, thank you, Dabazard. And Moi with the 20 gifted. Why are you guys actually going ham today with the donations? We appreciate
They're
it.
the best, bro.
Listen, Takibo, if you ever stream again, I'll gift you some of these subs. Eravin, I got you next time we stream. Brett
with
donated
100.
100.
Yo,
Jesus
To match my
Christ.
total.
Takibo,
What's the
stream
message? Level in
Takibo.
HD2, sweet liberty. Damn. Thank you so much, Brett. That's insane.
I got you next time you stream, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah, Brett with 100 to match my total level in HD2. Sweet liberty. And Moi, thank you. Both of them basically with $100. 20 gifted.
Yo, Brett, I got you.
20 gifted and 100 dono. Jesus.
I like how Moi donated membership.
There you go.
He's not a
Now,
member
that was
himself.
definitely worth your money, Brett.
Last
That's
time Moi donated me members, he gifted himself.
I saw that. He gifted himself a membership.
Rigged.
Dude, thank you guys so much. Jesus Christ.
Thank you guys, chat.
Who's gonna win the dono wars? All right, I'm not gonna bait donos. Anyways.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa. Who said what? Paul with the €5 says, I don't have as much, but love the
Thank you
stream.
so
Dude,
much,
thank
Paul.
you, Paul.
You're a G. Thank you, man.
Guys, you don't have to donate anything. We appreciate all of you. Okay, thank you,
2
guys.
hours of reading donos, filet. Okay,
Yeah,
guys,
I
enough
know.
of the, it's podcast today. That's what it's gonna be today, bro.
Dude,
Thank
thank
you
you
guys
guys
so
so much.
We just enjoy yapping.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah, we do
Best
just
podcast,
enjoy
dude.
yapping.
That's the best podcast.
All right, I think this is actually the last one. Yeah. Actually, the last one, the Airburst launcher.
Okay.
is working a bit differently. Remember when it got stealth buffed and it was like super OP in the meta for like a week? Well, it got stealth changed. Now this one, again, I could give them the benefit of the doubt because they did fix proximity triggering off of corpses. So they did do a patch to the airburst that might have caused this to be working like this. But basically the airburst has a more predictable spread, which is kind of a bad thing. I'll tell you guys why in a second. And there's also a small delay. So all three of these explosions are basically like frame 1 or 2 or something. And you can see in the old airburst, it started exploding instantly. Whereas with the current airburst, it's not doing that anymore. Now, it's the same in terms of like mobs and patrols, but it's not like trick-shotting Hulks anymore. Like, you can one-shot a Hulk with it, but it's really inconsistent. And it's also not killing gunships super well anymore either. At least in my experience. I'm sure maybe there's a new trick shot for it, to be fair, but I haven't found it yet. And I like the airburst as well. Clay might have already found it, to be honest with you.
Clay will figure it out.
He probably already found it. And they did change shrapnel, like flak and airburst and stuff, triggering on dead bodies. So maybe that's what this has to do with. However, this is different, and I'm just showing you guys that it's different now. All right. Now for the Truth Enforcers Warbond. This one's been
here we go.
a bit controversial, guys. Okay? Okay. However, we're just going to react to the trailer, give our thoughts again, because now it's out.
I'm actually kind of glad we're watching the trailer because I want to point out something kind of funny.
Work the Liberator.
The Liberator, the rubber man. Okay.
What?
So I actually slowed this way the hell down.
Which one?
When I watched it, this clip.
The Loyalist or the Reprimand?
The Reprimand. So the light bots were not dying in this trailer on the first hit. They weren't like schlumping as soon as they took one bullet, unless it was the one with the headshot. Which means the Reprimand and this Warbond are actually the first guns to receive pre-buffs.
Pre-buffed Warbond?
Yeah, when they shot this trailer, it was still in the pre-60-day era, and they actually increased the numbers before release.
Fair enough, fair
Smart
enough.
move, in my opinion.
Smart, yeah.
Yeah, they learned from Chemical Agent's release.
He said
Yeah.
smart move. True. All right, so let's get the elephant out of the room. The Reprimand has some wild spread. I think it should definitely be buffed a bit to at least be in line with the Verdict. And you know, the other SMGs. So Reprimand has like 50 spread on it. It's pretty crazy. And I mean, I think most people are in the same boat from what I've seen.
Holy crap, that looks crazy, dude.
Yeah, it goes
I haven't
crazy.
seen that before.
It's a little
Yeah.
too wide. It's a little too wide. Like, so the
A
Verdict,
little?
a little too wide. So the Verdict, it's also most noticeable on these small bots, to be fair. So the Verdict, for what it's worth, has 30 spread. And then the Defender and I think the rest of the SMGs have 20 spread. I would hope they just put it in line around there, to be honest
That's
with you
straight up
guys.
broken. That should not be in the game.
To
Get
be
that
honest
garbage
with
out
you
of the
guys.
game. Fix it. Make it hit. That's it.
With that being said, though, you know, we all tried these guns before we knew about the spread. Where would you guys rate the Reprimand on the primary weapons tier list?
What side? Overall?
Overall.
Like, until they don't fix that shit.
No,
I don't even wanna
Pips. No. You tried the Reprimand before you even knew about that. What did you think
Yeah,
about
I give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
On stream.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That would be a what, like a B tier maybe? C
Yeah.
tier?
B or below probably
Fair enough.
on the bugs, and then on bots it felt I did it for like 5 minutes on stream because I got ragdolled 4 minutes and 37 seconds. So I just backed out until I drilled a hole through my screen. So I'm not going to talk about that part. But the rest, yeah. Like on the bug side, it didn't feel like that good. Like the shotgun felt really good, but
Yeah.
not that one.
This is an overall tier list, by the way, because it's going to take too long to do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a B tier, honestly.
What'd you think
Yeah.
about it on the bot side, Takibo? Because I saw you play your solo game. I was watching that while I was eating lunch
honestly,
one day.
It's extremely hard to hit the little weak spots on the bots, right? Like all the Devastators that have tiny heads, so it's really hard to hit with weapons such as the Reprimand or even the Assault Rifles, really. It's just going to be hard because of the shielded Devastators, because they kind of, they have to expose themselves and you have to see their face to even be able to land the headshots in the first place. Whereas when you use something like, let's say, the exploding crossbow, like it doesn't matter if you got your shield pointed at me, I can shoot that right away and just blow you up. So honestly, like using weapons like these, I think I'm not much of a gun person, but probably ballistic weapons, right? That's what you call it, like weapons with just like regular ammo. Yeah, they're usually not that great on the bot side, in my opinion. So yeah, the Reprimand's really good in terms of damage. The recoil is terrible. It's really, really terrible. So I'd probably prefer it on the Terminate side. But yeah, overall, I would give it a B, honestly.
We've got 2 for B. Eravin, what do you think? Bots and bugs. Thoughts? Where'd you put it?
I'd probably want to rate it A for bots, B for bugs, but I'll probably just lean. I guess if it's for both, I have to say B, the same as everyone else. But I think
Looks
on
like
bots
we gotta-
it's particularly good.
Yeah,
just because the thing that's odd about it is, if someone wants a head tapper, there's a bunch of head tappers in this game. Like
That's
the
true.
Diligence Counter-Sniper is the best head tapper in the game. But if I want an automatic weapon that feels like it rewards me for actually holding down the trigger, I feel like the Reprimand is one of the only guns that does that besides like Plasma Scorcher. Where if you hold down trigger on center mass on targets, not only will you kill them quickly just through center mass without going for headshots, but you also will randomly just get a free headshot from the spread and kill them instantly anyway. And that happens way more often than people talk about. I've seen a lot of clips of people like, oh my God, look at the spread as I semi-auto tap at this light bot that's the hardest frame to hit in the game from 30 meters away. But no one ever talks about how many times they get free headshots out of nowhere randomly on the Devastators from 20, 30 meters away all the time. And it happens all the time. I've been using the gun pretty much nonstop since it released on bots in like bunches of operations, and it happens constantly where you just randomly head tap a Devastator while you're aiming center mass. And even if it doesn't happen, it still kills it fast because it has really good DPS.
Yeah, I basically agree with that. I think it's A tier on bots. It definitely will reward your bad aim on bots sometimes. You'll get a headshot that you shouldn't have got because of the spread. But also sometimes when like a few berserkers are rushing me down and I'm trying to aim for their stomach, I've noticed sometimes the spread will make me miss and hit like their chest. So I feel like there is a give and take.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's definitely crazy. It's definitely crazy.
That's a mechanic. Just is not like why. Just why? The gun feels good. The damage is high. I agree with Eravin. And when it's hitting, it feels good. And in automatic, it feels good. I actually liked it in burst fire too. But if there was not extra bloom, it will feel 10 times better. And it will feel like a pulse rifle from Destiny 2 actually with that burst and high damage.
Well, I think with on bots, if you're full spraying chests, it feels like a good gun to use. On bugs, I think it's worse. On bugs, I think it's C tier, just because it just feels like a.
On bugs, there's you feel the bloom even more, in my opinion, because as soon as like I tried burst, and if the little like the little recoil after the first hit, and it just goes, it feels like you're not hitting it.
I think for me against the bots with a ballistic weapon, I need accuracy, and the weapon just lacks that. That's why.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I think
overall feels like a B tier to most people, though.
Yeah.
The big thing about the Reprimand is they have to be careful with how they balance this, because if it doesn't have some major difference between it and the lib pen and the
Mm-hmm.
adjudicator, which have way lower spread factors, it would just be strictly better than them because the 125 damage is hitting like every major breakpoint in the game.
Yeah,
So
it's
if I
super
could
hard.
just hit every breakpoint in the game and have automatic fire and have the bullets go exactly where I want them to, I'm not using anything else.
It'd
But
be
I'm not
so
even
much
considering
Are you
anything
using
else.
any AR at the moment anyway?
I actually like the lib pen quite a lot now with the extra magazine.
Honestly, I like
okay.
the Tenderizer.
Yeah.
But like
Tenderizer fire rate goes hard.
percentage-wise, most ARs are still not good. So
Yeah,
like I
in
would
general.
say like if they punishing this weapon because those weapons are shit, you know, like just bring those weapons up. To
I
what you want.
wouldn't say they're shit. I'd say they're like okay. They're not the best guns in the
ARs?
game, but they're not bad.
The ARs are bad. In my
I mean,
opinion.
maybe on bugs,
Most
sure,
of
but
them.
that's a staggered dominant meta.
Which like you think all ARs are good on the bots?
I think the lib pen, the adjudicator, and the reprimand are good on bots.
Yeah, but that's what is it? Not even half?
It doesn't really matter what percentage it is. They're the weapons that are comparable to the reprimand.
Okay.
They're medium pen ARs.
How do you guys feel about it not being one-handed as an SMG?
I mean that was from the trailer right away. That was pretty obvious. And I think it's fine. I don't mind.
For me, it's like it's fine, but at the same time, it's like why not just give Ballistic Shield another weapon? That's really the only thing that would do. It would let you run away and shoot it too, which is really strong. But like,
yeah, I think it would make it significantly better against the bugs if you could run away with it. With one hand.
it would make it better against the bugs too, which is true. I mean, I get why it's not like that. I think it's not like that because of realism, because it's a heavy SMG. It's like bigger. It's two-handed. Like it's not like an Uzi. Like a Uzi is like a freaking one-handed SMG. Like it's meant to be. What's the real gun? It's more comparable to the Vector, maybe. I always forget the name.
Looks like an MP5.
Maybe MP5. I think they literally just were trying to make this gun realistic, but it's like for one-handed stuff, I feel like give it to Ballistic Shield players.
It's like Scorpion Evo.
Yeah, maybe a Scorpion. Some people are saying UMP. Fair enough, but like, bro, Ballistic Shield players already losing. Okay, your Ballistic Shield already gets blown up by one Rocket Strider rocket.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it also just despawns because it's counted as part of like cleanup for the game. If you drop it randomly, sometimes the game just cleans it up before you can pick it up.
There you go. Dobby with the Throbby with the 5 says bribe to make the Constitution and all Truth Enforcer weapons S tier. So an unnamed YouTuber calls you a glaze diver. Dobby, thank you for the $5. Maverick with the 2 says make it one-handed with servo armor. Oh, like servo arms can hold one-handed weapons? That would be a funny buff.
That'd be a cool buff for servo, actually.
That would be funny, actually. Like, you got a robot arm, you could freaking one-hand a breaker.
We should let people mount the stalwart on their ballistic shield.
What if they made an armor that lets you one-hand any primary weapon? Like, what if that was a new armor perk? Would you use
crazy
it?
with a ballistic shield?
It would.
That'd be pretty cool.
Pyro with the dono says every primary needs like 30 to 50 extra damage, except the crossbow and purifier and constitution. 30 to 50 extra damage on everything. All right, fair enough. Thank you for the dono.
Is a lot for primaries. I'm not gonna lie. So that
Yeah,
would
especially on
have
automatic
to-
weapons.
Yeah.
All right.
ARs with 50 damage would go nuts. That
Yeah.
would be insane.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree that the ARs might not be the best weapons in the game, but they're sure as shit the hardest to balance.
They're
Oh, yeah.
I think
You need to be so careful.
I think they've
I
been
think they just
improving
need
them. I think they've been improving them really slowly over time, and they're significantly better than they once were. And it's like,
Yeah.
if they just keep doing that, they'll be in a good spot soon enough.
Yeah.
I
It's
think they're
just
not
hard.
far off.
Yeah,
It's
3-4
just hard to
years.
make them compete with gimmicky weapons, dude. It's just
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
so hard to make it as
Yeah, yeah.
powerful as like an exploding crossbow or a freaking incendiary shotgun. Like, how do you beat that with the ballistic weapon?
Purifier goes nuts right
hard.
now too. Yeah.
You know, all the
Yeah, the
automatics
purifier.
have is numbers, and
Exactly,
they have to
yeah.
be really careful how much they tweak the numbers.
I think like the biggest problem with ARs is you're always reloading though, bro. Like that's really annoying. like reloading. It's just annoying.
You know,
like, why
I
is
did
this such
a-
a big problem with ammo. Just give it more ammo in the mag.
I did a balance feedback sheet last night, and one thing we said for ballistic weapons is they need to add a clicky sound when your mag's almost empty. Because I think most people know this, but when you full reload your weapon, like when your weapon's empty, the reload speed's also way longer. And then when you reload it early, it's much quicker.
What do
So,
you think
like-
about the last 5 rounds in your magazine being loaded with tracers?
I think they already are. Have you ever watched MOA videos? I think they are tracers.
I don't think they're the last rounds. I think it varies. Some weapons have a tracer every 3 rounds. I know that. Like the heavy MG has a tracer every 3 rounds.
Fair enough.
I did not know this.
Yeah, I think there's some quality of life stuff they could do to make ARs even better, though, for what it's worth. Maverick with
Yeah,
the
for sure.
$2 says, excited for one-handed recoilless rifle. True. All right. Thank you, Maverick. Thank you guys for the donuts today as well. All right, what are we thinking about the halt? We got to rate this one. Takibo, you
I
posted...
absolutely love it.
You posted,
Oh, go ahead,
what,
Takibo.
like
I love it.
1,000 kills solo bugs?
I love it, dude. I don't know if I would make it S tier. For me, like something S tier has to be a weapon that's gonna be just like pretty much perfect in all situations. I don't know. I don't think the halt is perfect against the automatons. Again, against the automatons, I prefer something with like a lot of accuracy, or something like the exploding crossbow where you can miss your shots and still get kills anyways, or the Punisher plasma or any of those. But the halt, I would definitely give it like a high A tier. Against the bugs, I'd probably give it a low S tier, maybe, or just
Let's make an S plus tier.
yeah.
we'll do-
let's do that.
We'll make a 4 horseman tier, so we'll put 4 guns at the top of
You
this
gotta
tier
name
list.
it Big PP though. What the fuck?
No, it's
Okay,
the
so
4
the-
horsemen.
So the S plus is basically God's gift to the universe, the perfect
Yes.
weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Gotcha.
Yes. so
That's the Constitution.
we'll make a 4 horseman tier.
Not the
Suhail
Constitution.
Suhail with the 5 says the railgun needs AP7 back, but only at 99%. And then super skill shot weapon, 99%. Crossbow needs no explosive bolts.
for the dono.
I think you mean like programmable. Knives need to be silenced when thrown. Constitution needs heavy pen. Knives should be... That's a host bug, though, too. Suhail, thank you for the 5. Yeah, pretty much agree. Super skill shot, super unsafe mode on the railgun. Let's go. Zinni with the dono says the halt is making me wish the Punisher had medium pen. True. And Brett with the
That would be
5
dope.
says halt should shoot stuns with left trigger rather than zoom on a shotgun. Yeah, I think they should add an ammo, like a reprogrammable ammo stuff as keybinds. I think that'll be
need to do that.
that'll be tougher to find how to do it on controller. I think if they
That's true.
if they just throw the bind in there, controller players will find a good way to do it.
I have it
Yeah.
on the
What button
back
do you have to
button.
press, Pips?
Say that again.
What button do you have to? Oh, I guess you just hold the reload button, right?
Yeah,
Just
it's
like
on the
computer?
arrow, so you have to hold reload and then press the arrow, right? Like the way
Okay.
I have it set up is like instead of the arrow, I have it on my back button, and then it's pretty quick.
Okay.
You just and then yeah.
Have you tried
and it's like-
X? Have you tried X as well? Because X, I think if you hold it, it's the jump pack, but you could just like set it to
Yeah.
press X.
I have X on back button as well.
Okay.
To jump. So
Fair enough.
I have it on different buttons. I have like 4 buttons on the back, so all of them are different.
Yeah. Elliot with the 2 says we need to turn the Constitution into a Garand. He wants those pings. All right. So now that we have a 4 horseman tier, which for me, 4 horsemen is going to be like crossbow and purifier and stuff, because those are god tier.
if we want to save some time, we can just throw the crossbow and purifier
Yeah.
into the 4 horsemen.
Yeah,
'cause
let's
we're all-
just throw
Are
crossbow
we all on
purifier.
board with that?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
I'm on board with that. Yeah.
Yeah, those 2 are there. It
Where's
just
the
is what it is.
crossbow? All right.
Purifier,
So
like,
where would you
Beauty
put the
go.
halt, Takibo? And we could say more for bugs.
Again, I would say for bugs, I'd give it like an S tier. For bots, I'd give A tier. So I don't know
I
what
feel
the
the
middle
same.
ground would be.
Like high A, low S.
Yeah, something like that.
For halt, it's against bots. It's pretty much just the stun utility. Like
yeah.
if you get in the face of a bot, yeah, you can shoot it. You can shoot him with the medium pen rounds. But like, if you bring the halt to bots, you're locked into like stun support. Let's be honest.
Yeah, for the majority of the time, you're just locked into stunning things, unless you're very point blank with them, because the spread factor is actually very high on the halt too.
Yeah.
compared to the Punisher. It's about twice the spread factor of a Punisher.
It's like a Breaker incendiary.
On its flechette. Yeah, it's actually it's slightly better than Breaker incendiary, but it's closer to Breaker incendiary spread. I would probably say that it's an S tier gun if you're just doing both. But if the bugs had just like its own 4 horsemen, it would be there. It's definitely a 4 horsemen of the bug faction.
Eravin says it's insane.
Yeah,
I just
think
like
it's
that you could
really,
stun
really good
chargers
against
from
bugs.
the front. Yeah.
Yeah, that is so crazy that you
It's
can
so
stun
nice.
chargers from the front with it.
And
It's
since
just
we're
that
on the
good.
topic of stunning chargers, can we just all throw Pummeler into doo-doo trash tier? Like, this gun took the L so that Hulk could run.
Yeah, that thing's dead.
Any objections?
I threw a
Um,
tombstone
honestly-
over it and played music on it. Like it's dead.
Honestly, I used to kind of like it with the shield, with the ballistic shield against the bots.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it since they messed up the stun though, so I don't know how it would play out.
Nah.
That's a good
Because
day.
like the
What a
Pummeler
good day.
previously would like stagger the Devastators and they wouldn't be able to hit you as accurately, so it kind of gave you some breathing room there.
Takibo, listen, this
Yeah.
was my favorite gun in the game, bro. Okay. It's legit my favorite gun. Me and Pips
He's
argue over this gun.
Yeah.
I really like
Believe it,
this
man.
thing when it released, and then they ruined it for me instantly.
Yeah. All right. So also the Loyalist isn't on here, but let's give our thoughts on the Loyalist because it is with the new
Loyalist.
Warbond.
Oh, the pistol, yeah.
Yeah, the pistol.
Yo, whoa! You all put it in. You put it all in S, like the shotgun.
Oh yeah, Pips.
Okay.
What do you think of the shotgun?
I think it's okay. A on bots. Sorry, on bugs. Then I would
On
give it,
bugs.
like A and
Okay.
on bots. It's cool that it stuns, but like just for stunning, I wouldn't give it A or S. I would give it like probably very low A or B.
But
on the bug,
the medium
I
pen
like
rounds are good too.
yeah. But like it's, I would like if you compare it to the Purifier and the amount of damage and shit it can do against the bots, right? Like it's not in the same realm, in my opinion.
Yeah. Purifier's a tier
Right.
above.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I think it's like 2 tiers below Purifier when it comes to the bots, and then when it comes to the bugs, I would give it A.
Okay, fair. Overall though, we
Fair,
all
fair.
voted S tier, A tier. Like we all like this
Yeah.
gun.
It's definitely like, especially with the right build, it can be extremely fun on bugs.
Yeah, I think it's a build around gun for sure too. Favulascos with the 20 says the knives should direct arc weapons. Like if you throw one at a charger's head, all the arcs will hit the head consistently, and maybe it could increase its stun and damage. Knives suck and they should have more uses. I think the main thing for knives is add the melee animation. Let's be real here. Everyone would use them if you could stab things with them. And then Aranors with the dono says justice for Pummeler and Slugger. True. Thank you guys for the donos as well. And Brett
with another
yeah,
10, bro.
Brett with another 10. Please, one of you make a tier list for each type of enemy. Hunters, warriors, battle titans.
Oh,
Like
God.
Here, I'll make it.
Like an enemy tier list?
Ass, most annoying hunters. End of tier list. Move on. Holy shit, I hate those
Pips,
things,
you
dude.
literally play Space Marine, bro. You should be parrying hunters, bro. You got to
Yeah,
learn the
not in this
timing.
game.
You,
Not
no,
in this
you
game.
if you punch a little early, it's weird. You got to know the timing. I promise you.
Dude,
If you practice it,
they're
you
up
can
my
punch them out of the air.
asshole. Every time I turn around, they're up there so fast. I can't do anything with it. Like I hate it, but I love them at the same time. You know.
All right, what do we think about the Loyalist? Takibo, what's your thoughts on the Loyalist?
The Loyalist for me is got to be the second best secondary. I still prefer the Senator, but I think that's like a personal thing, just because I like revolvers and like highly accurate, high damage type pistols.
It's cool.
But yeah, aside from that, I would probably give the Loyalist as like the best secondary weapon in the game right now. It's super powerful, dude. You can actually two-hit like armored bile spewers and shit, and to me that's a huge plus. Honestly,
I would
yeah,
agree.
I'm looking at the pistols here as I'm speaking. Yeah, it's got to be the best, or not the best, the second best for me.
For me, it's grenade
I love the
pistol and then
Senator too
that
much.
probably. Honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, grenade pistol.
I love the
that's the thing.
grenade
Grenade
pistol, bro.
pistol, you can like you
Utility
two-hit
wise.
armored bile spewers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Loyalist does the same thing, but it has like a lot more ammo. But yeah, I mean, for closing bug holes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm talking
like
for
that.
the perspective of like build crafting, because like
Oh, okay,
those
okay,
are
yeah.
the kind of weapons that I enjoy the most. And I think like this new secondary, the mini purifier kind of, dude, on the bot side, it's so cracked too.
It's insane,
Like just
dude.
the gunships, and you can just destroy everything with it. It's dope.
Yeah. Smallifier doesn't have anti-tank level armor penetration, but has anti-tank style damage just because of
Yeah.
the high explosive values. So it's
Yeah.
it's a pocket tank killer if you have the flank or the angle on them.
Yeah, it's
And
incredible.
it just
With-
makes it like it's build diversity again. Like it's the same as the Senator being EP4.
Yeah, true.
With the
For me, if it
Loyalist,
Go ahead.
with the Loyalist, I stunned a charger, charge shot it 3 times, and then it got unstunned, and I just ripped off like 2 or 3 quick shots and killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it depends on what your build is, but like it's pretty comparable to running Senator. Just some builds will prefer Senator, some builds will prefer Loyalist, depending on what else they have going on.
I do wish it had like 2 more mags. It's a little ammo hungry, but to be fair, it'll like just delete something on your screen real quick, which is
Oh,
Yeah.
which
Mhm.
isn't which is good. So I don't have the Loyalist on the screen. It's a sidearm. This is primary weapons, but yeah, we all seem to like the Loyalist as well.
Yeah, I would definitely give it like an S tier, high S for the pistols. I mean,
Yeah, the sidearm the sidearm competition is not very strict. The Loyalist
No,
is
it
definitely
isn't.
top of the pile with the Senator. And the grenade pistol is like there is do you need to close bug holes with your loadout still? Okay, take grenade pistol.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I take it now.
I just wish they made the verdict a bit better. It's terrible.
Really? I like the
tried it
verdict.
so many. I don't like it, dude. I tried it so many times. I tried to enjoy it, but I can't. I think it's
So-
so
Here.
bad.
So hear me out. If the Pummeler had its stun back, Pummeler Verdict would be a great combo. Because you'd be able to like stun an Alpha Commander and then spam it with a Verdict.
It's so unfortunate that Pummeler is where it's at.
Shut up, Pips. No one cares
think
about your
you-
opinion.
I think you drop Verdict to 15
I
by
miss it
15
so
spread
much.
factor, and then you dropped a Reprimand to 30 by 30 where the Verdict used to be.
All right, but listen, everyone's talking about the Verdict. Whatever happened to the Redeemer, bro?
My gun's dead.
Used to be so good though.
All right,
Good old days.
let's rate the Constitution, the other new weapon, which hasn't been on any tier list yet. Bro, this one's getting 4 horsemen for me.
Get outta here, dude.
Rage bait right there,
rage
bro.
bait.
Maximum.
All right, doo-doo trash tier, right? Let's be honest.
Probably, yeah. Like if you're talking about like the effectiveness of it, and if the approach is what is this a gun that I'm trying to play super Helldive and complete it as efficiently as possible? No, definitely
Yeah,
not up there. But it's unique.
challenge tier weapon. All right, listen though.
Yeah.
For real though, if it could stagger freaking Alpha Commanders, I would bring this thing against the bugs all the time. Bro, I just hate stabbing an Alpha Commander and it just still rushes at me. It's like, why, bro? You could literally punch an Alpha Commander and stagger it.
The real rage bait would be putting it in C tier so you can put guns below it.
True. This is the C for Constitution tier. All right, let's be honest. All right. Moving moving on, we could speed run a lot of these a lot quicker. Adjudicator, thoughts on it? Bugs, bots, S, A, B, C, Takibo.
I'm thinking here. Honestly, I'd probably low B, high C for me.
Yeah, same.
I think around the Reprimand would make sense. They're probably the most
I still
similar
think
guns.
the Reprimand's better. I prefer the Reprimand over the Adjudicator, honestly.
I'd put it C. The problem with the Adjudicator is its extra 30 damage over Lib Pen doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't make any new important breakpoints or notable breakpoints with the extra 30 damage.
No, not at all.
And then it fires slower than the Lib Pen too.
I
On
mean,
top
it's
of that,
pretty accurate
and handles
though, right?
worse. Although the handling is a bit better now.
It's
yeah,
pretty
but
accurate.
It's still gonna be the same issue, bro. Like
It's
especially
very
against,
accurate.
Reload,
It's,
reload.
Its spread factor,
Probably.
Adjudicator spread factor is 1 compared to the Reprimand, which is 50.
Oh,
So
jeez.
there's no spread on the Adjudicator. It just doesn't
Okay.
do. It just does like the right amount of damage for it to not accomplish anything that a 60 damage primary doesn't.
Would it one hit a Devastator to the face? Do you know
No.
No, it doesn't.
that? No. Okay, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, it takes 2. It's exactly right. The reprimand actually can just randomly one tap, where
Yeah,
like
it
these
just
other
one-taps
assault
it.
rifles take 2.
All right, so Pips, where do you rate Adjudicator?
C or B. Yeah, I would put it at C. But it
Eravin?
can be there too.
I said C.
Yeah,
Takibo?
I would bring it. I would bring it down to C if reprimands in B.
Ooh.
I would bring it down to C. Yeah.
Ooh, spicy. All right, Fancy with the $2 says, I'm running the Constitution right now. It's at least B. Fancy, like, listen, what a way to tell us that you're better than all of us at the game. Like, Fancy's just loading into missions, clicking
on
heads
level
nonstop. No, on level 10. Fancy's got the big peepee. Leave him alone.
Fancy's got the big PP energy. Yep, let's go.
The real buff the Constitution needs is that Nexus mod you were running that made it
True.
wood and gave it the better sight.
Takibo, do you use mods at all?
No, I didn't even know there were mods for Helldivers 2.
Bro, I'm gonna send you some mods. It's gonna change your life.
Is it legal?
Yeah, you
I
can.
know
You,
some
no
games
one's
don't let you.
no one's ever got banned for mods. Arrowhead said they wouldn't
Okay.
ban any cosmetic mods.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, just cosmetics. Just cosmetics.
I
All
mean, I
right,
saw him once post a video on it, but yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
my bad for cutting you off. I'll send you some
No, no,
after
no.
the. I'll send you some
Yeah,
after after the podcast. All right, Lib Carbine. Pips.
Live what?
Carbine.
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 Just carbine for whatever reason. Yeah, same. Last one. C or B.
C or B?
Yeah.
Takibo?
I'm thinking. Definitely low C, dude.
Bro.
I wish I enjoyed the Liberators. I'm a huge fan of assault rifles in video games, but I just can't enjoy them in Helldivers 2.
Yeah, they're ass.
I can't allow you guys to put this over the Adjudicator. Eravin.
Yeah, that's true. I would agree with that.
Eravin. Where'd you rate
D. I would never in my life use this thing by choice in its current form.
All right, well, we got two. Me neither. We got 2 votes for C. We'll put it under the Adjudicator. Good enough for me.
I mean, if you want to put it in doo-doo, like I wouldn't mind as well. Like,
Yeah, I
just put it
wouldn't
in
mind
there.
it.
Swear to God, just throw it in there. Holy
We'll
shit.
keep it above the Pummeler. We'll keep it above the Pummeler.
No, at least no. I had my relationship with the Pummeler, but there's no freaking way that shit is without Pummeler, bro. Put
Yeah, the
Pummeler
Pummeler's
above
better
that
than-
shit, bro.
Are you kidding me, bro? Really?
No.
Bro,
That's
this thing takes
disgusting.
3 shots to fucking stun a
I don't
warrior.
care. I'd rather throw the full-on Pummeler at a bug.
Okay, fine.
Once
All right,
for the game
fine.
and use that shit.
All right,
Thank you.
Fancy with the $2 says it's average at best. Are you talking about the Carbine or the Constitution still, Fancy? Thank you for another $2. All right, Cookout.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh,
S
Cookout's
tier.
good.
S tier.
I kind of like.
A for me.
A?
For
Okay.
me,
Yeah.
For me, it'd be A tier as well. Like
In
yeah.
relationship to the Halt, though, what do you guys think better? Better or worse than the Halt?
For me, it's way
Oh.
worse than a Halt. A lot
Okay.
of people are not gonna agree, but I think it's a lot worse.
I'd put it in A.
Same.
All of you A tier under the Halt?
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Okay.
also, like, the Halt also has amazing build crafting potential, dude. Like, it really does. Like, it gives you so many. It literally gives you the ability to take out the stun grenade. And how many weapons can say that? I mean, Cookout is cool, but there's currently, after the balancing patches, so many weapons went up.
Cookout, I feel like you need a good medium answer in your loadout, which is
Yeah.
very limiting from a build crafting standpoint.
I agree.
I think Cookout is the easier. Is it easier to slot into loadouts than the Halt? I feel like Halt you do have to build around a bit more. Like you want a buddy backpack or maybe a turret or a good support weapon to swap to.
Yeah,
Which
but it
is also
gives you
true
more
with
options.
Cookout. Cookout, you
Yeah.
do want a medium support weapon. That's true. But I don't know. I feel like Cookout's also just easier to use.
Eravin,
It
you would know
is
this. Doesn't the
easier.
Cookout have terrible durable damage? Or
Yeah,
am I
it's
thinking of another weapon?
it's
Yeah.
3 per pellet and it's light pen. So it's like it really needs a medium answer in your loadout, either coming from the secondary or from your support weapon, which means it can only be run and feel particularly good with like a few different weapons. And if you're running those few different weapons, it's great. But that is like a notable flaw, I feel, that keeps it from feeling like an S tier gun. Whereas the Halt, I feel like I can run that with any support weapon and I'm going to be pretty happy.
Fair
Just
enough.
because I have a medium answer in the form of the Halt, I have a light answer, and I can stun chargers. I can stun
Okay.
anything I can't kill with the Halt. I can stun it at least.
The whole 2 shots and Alpha Commander pretty easily.
Yeah, it
too.
does. It does.
Yeah, that is a clean 2-tap.
That is
It feels
huge, man.
really good to
Yeah,
just
it
like
does.
stun an Alpha Commander charging at you and tap it twice in the head. That is
Hey,
very satisfying.
You know what else Halt does to Alpha Commanders that's underrated? The running away Alpha Commanders, you can stun them and keep them from running
yeah.
away, and then snipe
Mhm.
I
them,
hate those fuckers.
and then snipe them with like an autocannon or something. All right, for what it's worth, they all voted A, so it's going in A. This is democracy right now, okay? I think I vote S though next to Halt. It's at least a side grade, but democracy. It is what it is.
Thank God.
All right, Plasma Punisher. What are we thinking, boys? Plasma Punisher.
I would say the same. A.
A tier.
Yeah.
Plasma Punisher.
I like it against the bugs. It's not the greatest at the moment. There's better options, but it's really good against the bots, though.
Yeah, it is.
And-
Yeah, really. That's what I was gonna say.
It really is. That really, like for me against
Yeah.
the bots, a weapon has to be like for my solo playthroughs. Usually what I think is I need a weapon that can perform well against Shield the Devastators, and the Punisher Plasma does that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that instantly is like a huge boost for me, because I absolutely hate Shield the Devastators, dude.
It takes a little bit of finesse, but you can also arc it onto like tank heat sinks. It's got some cool stuff with it for sure.
Yeah,
Curved.
they gave us curved PP back. I think
Yeah.
curved PP is the best form of PP, so I'd say A tier.
I agree.
Takibo, where would you put it?
On this list, I would put it above the Cookout Shotgun for sure.
Same.
Okay, and
I'll
is
put
that
it
more
A
for
tier.
bugs or more for bots?
For bots for sure.
For
Okay.
bots. Yeah,
I'm not
Fair
gonna
enough.
lie, I'm not a huge fan of plasma weapons against the bugs overall. Like for solo play, I run out of ammo extremely fast in bug
Yeah, that
play.
makes sense. Yeah.
That's fair. All right, Tenderizer. Tenderizer, more of a bot weapon or bug weapon?
Tenderizer.
Ass.
For me, like out of the assault rifles,
Yeah.
you guys might disagree, but it's my favorite. Like out of the assault rifles,
I like
it's
it a
got
lot,
good
too.
I would
damage. I
would
feel like
agree.
the recoil's really good. The fire rate's really good.
The-
Like I'm looking at the stat, like statistically, it's really good in like pretty much every sense.
And
of
it
the
feels
word.
good, man. It just feels
Yeah, it
good.
feels
The
good.
gun
Yeah, it
feels
does.
very good for
I
sure,
agree.
even on controller.
For me, as a
throw it in B
ballistic
tier.
assault rifle, probably B tier. Yeah.
See, I would have ranked this higher before the Rocket Striders got added into the game. Rocket Striders got added into the game, and it broke my heart because the Tenderizer
true.
got so much worse because of them.
Can it even? kill them?
In
No.
the
Shooting
rockets.
the hips.
The
You have to shoot
rockets,
the
that's
rockets.
it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
they
that's
have to
terrible.
like happen to explode.
You know what I've
Sometimes they just
noticed?
kinda don't.
So the rockets are 100 health. They're light armor. With like weapons like the Reprimand, which do 125 damage, or like Senator, or even Constitution feels good to shoot the rockets because it one taps them.
Mhm.
Although sometimes you shoot the rockets off. But any gun that can like
Yeah.
one shot the rockets, it actually feels viable to shoot them. But with stuff like Tenderizer, where you have to put 3 bullets into a single rocket, it's like you have to like there's one above the rail, one below the rail. It doesn't feel viable. So
Yeah, that is rough.
I agree.
No.
Honestly, I didn't remember the new Rocket Striders. Yeah, probably below Reprimand then for that, because the Reprimand at least can shoot their hips and kill them pretty quickly. that
Yeah,
way.
I'm gonna say B for it, and I know full well that I feel like I'm coping as I say that. I just wish it was better than it is because the Rocket Striders really cucked the hell out of it.
So
Oh, yeah.
C tier because of Rocket Striders, but we all love this gun. B tier.
Yeah, it just
Mhm.
feels good. Like the feel of it,
Yeah.
puts it apart. Like it definitely feels better than the Adjudicator, in my opinion.
We just think it's neat.
Yeah.
All right, regular diligence. Have any of you guys actually given this gun a shot since it has 175 damage now?
This
Yes.
is actually the first gun I shot after the patch dropped and they buffed the damage on it.
Very solid choice for the bots. Now, would you take this over any other
Destroys
weapon?
the bots, though.
Would you take this over any weapon? Realistically, a lot of the times, no. But it's actually really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? There's like a couple of weapons that are like not as bad, but you wouldn't bring it because they're not like as
That's
good as some
always
of the
what I'm
other
saying,
options.
bro. And that's the problem with the ARs as well. Yeah, even if you think or you like it personally, the reasoning, if you're trying to actually efficiently play the game and clear, especially like for you, right? Like you like to clear solo, which is challenging. Like you're going for the best of the best. So yeah, it's cool. Like when I used it, it was actually very effective against the bots. But like now you have Purifier though. Like it's like you're shooting one Devastator, 7 of them are dying. It's like, come on, you don't even need to aim.
I feel like
It-
the 4 horseman weapons are just so far above the rest
Oh,
of the
yeah.
realm of reality that it's like almost unfair to compare other weapons to them.
Yeah, that's why I made a 4 horseman tier. Like, if you just want to be OP, pick these weapons.
For sure, man.
So
So yeah, for the diligence, probably a high C for me.
okay, Eravin.
So this weapon has some really solid breakpoints with the 165. And I think something that is easily forgotten about in New Diligence is this gun is basically old Counter-Sniper whenever it did 140. And everyone liked that gun before the 60-day patch for bots. But it is in every way, this gun is basically just as good as that gun was, and you unlock it super early. Like, this is the first DMR weapon that every Helldiver gets, and it's actually super solid for what it is. So off of that, I'd probably say B.
But isn't it armor penetration too, Eravin?
It is.
Or am I
Yeah,
mistaken?
it's low armor
Yeah.
pen, but like the armor pen of the old Counter-Sniper was pretty much a non-factor. You weren't killing shit through medium armor with the damage it dealt before and the durable it dealt before.
No, yeah, I meant more in the sense like the new rocket striders are still gonna shit on it. You're still. Gonna have
Oh
to
yeah,
shoot off
you're
the
right.
rockets.
You're right. The rocket fighters kind of ruined the gun, doesn't it?
To be fair,
Yeah.
this is actually one of the weapons that can one tap the rockets, which is kind
That's
of
good.
nice.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, B tier.
Although-
That's such a hard shot, though.
It is
Those
a hard
rockets are so
shot.
tiny.
No, it is
C
a hard
tier.
shot.
Hey, Hop with the 9.99 says 4 horsemen better watch out and not be in 30% usage rate.
Guys, luckily, I'm pretty sure we're past those days.
Yeah.
I've
it's
always
done, guys,
said,
it's
I've
done.
I've always said, like there should like not every weapon's gonna be good, and that's not a big deal. But there should be
No.
some weapons that are OP. Most weapons should feel good to use for people to have variety who like them. Like, we might rate Adjudicator low, but there's 20 people in the chat who were like, why are you putting my Adjudicator so low? Like, it feels decent now, and people like using it. Could it use some more tweaks? For sure. But, like, that's not a bad spot for it to be, as long as people like it. And
Yeah,
then
the
there's
Purifier
the challenge
is
run
actually-
guns.
The Purifier is actually going to catch a nerf. It's a known issue.
Nah,
Well, the
They're-
fire rate,
they're
the
all
fire
about
rate.
the fire rate.
Eravin.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
No,
That's
the
fine.
fire rate is. The fire rate. Just the fire rate.
Yeah, the
Yeah, you mean-
6,000 RPM is going to
Yeah,
catch a
yeah.
nerf,
That
'cause
part,
that's
sure.
a bug.
Yeah.
Oh.
That part, yeah.
Rip.
Pips, diligence.
Yeah. C, B. I'm okay
All
with
right,
both.
above
I
or
think
below
those are really
Adjudicator,
good.
guys. Above or below Adjudicator.
Above.
Above, I would give it. Yeah.
Okay,
It
can
one
tap
shots Devastators.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
true. All right, Defender. Where we at with the Defender, boys?
Defender. Is that the fast one or the slow one?
The slow one.
It's the slow
The s-
one.
Oh, the slow fire
What is
one.
it, like
Okay, yeah, I
70,
like that
75
one.
damage right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried it with the shielded, the ballistic shield multiple times, and it was great every time. Honestly, I have no issues with this weapon whatsoever. But again, the new rocket rocket striders are gonna come in and kind of mess it up.
I feel
Bro,
like Rocket Strider single-handedly ruined every light pen weapon in
Yeah,
this game.
Can we-
exactly?
can we at least appreciate that one of the 4 horsemen weapons is a ballistic shield weapon?
No, I can't.
At least
kinda
they
just
have
so
something.
silly.
At least the ballistic shield lovers have something, okay? Thank God. All right, where would we put the Defender, though?
I'll let the boys go first.
We'll let the boys go
I
first.
love it with the shield. Honestly, I actually really do. Again, the rocket what's it called? The rocket striders messed it up like incredibly so. Before then, I would probably give it like an A tier. But again, there's so many freaking rocket striders in
Yeah.
difficulty 10, dude. There's so freaking many of them. So it has to go to C tier specifically because of that unit for me. Against the bugs, I probably wouldn't really use it.
I would agree.
I
Probably.
would probably give this gun C just because when I think about using it, I think about how it might be fun to use it, but I would know that I am making the game more difficult for myself by using
for
it.
sure.
So that isn't what comes to mind when I think of a B tier weapon.
But honestly, a ballistic shield. By the way, I think I got this idea off of you, Thick. Come to think of it, I think you made a video on the ballistic shield a while ago, like 2-3 months ago, and I went and made a gameplay on it, and I tried it out multiple times, and I'm like, holy shit, this is actually really good. The ballistic shields were really, really good back then, before the rocket striders, anyways.
They were.
The peak for the ballistic shield boys was when the Pummeler had just dropped and rocket striders
dude, it was
didn't
peak.
exist yet. It was so good. That was the one stream that I ever played like heavy armor with a ballistic
remember?
shield, and I had so much fun, and they took it away instantly.
Yo, remember? Wait, Eravin, remember when Ballistic Shield was an object and you could stealth?
Yeah, that was really funny too.
I remember that video.
Oh, that was so dumb.
Yeah, Takibo, I watched your run with that too. That was funny.
Yeah.
All right. moving on. Eruptor. How do we feel about the Eruptor now that it's got its shrapnel back?
I mean, crossbow is a better version of it.
But what do you feel about the Eruptor?
I think it's definitely a good option, but not like something I would pick. Once again, like crossbow's there. Like every time I go for the Eruptor and I try to incorporate it, I'm like, yeah, but like I can use the crossbow. Kind of feels better, so I go for the crossbow. So I don't know.
I think Eruptor at least deserves B tier.
Oh yeah,
For me,
I would agree with that.
Just based on killing enemies, and it has utility.
For me, for solo play, Eruptor is extremely not viable. Like,
Yeah.
I had a hot
Because
take
they got-
on it when it came out. I talked trash on it, and a lot of people got really mad. But as I said in the video, it's because I play solo play, and most of the times the Eruptor is just not viable whatsoever. Not for me, anyways. But for group play, yeah, it's a decent weapon, dude.
Takibo, I brought you on here because you're a solo player. Where would you rate Eruptor in solo? No, this is the
In
good
solo?
opinion. In solo.
is the trash tier, dude, honestly.
Okay.
Like, why would I bring an Eruptor over, like, let's say a support weapon like the autocannon or the railgun? Like, for me, it makes no sense. Like,
Yeah,
I'd rather
it
bring
feels
something
clunky
that
as
can...
well.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather bring something that can deal with swarms if I'm solo playing, because I need to deal with the massive numbers of bugs. So I need something like a breaker incendiary or a breaker or an exploding crossbow or something like that to have a response to the massive amounts of units.
Yeah.
And the Eruptor just doesn't do that. Reloads super slowly. You'll kill like a couple of bugs with each shot, but it's just not enough. You'll self-kill a lot because the bugs are all up in your face. It doesn't work.
What did you think about it when it first came out and it had like the crazy
I
shrapnel?
thought it was terrible. I thought
Damn!
it doesn't work for me. It never worked for me. It never did. Not for solo play. It's just not enough.
Do you
Okay.
do the active reload with it?
No, I don't.
You mean the
even know what that
animation
is.
cancel?
When
Oh, it's
you
animation cancel?
it's well, whenever you're racking the bolt on your second to last shot, so you have one bullet left in the magazine, if you hit reload, the animation speed of the bolt rack applies to your reload animation. You reload very quickly.
I'm not sure.
It's still
Another
never gonna
thing?
be viable
I'm not
for solo
sure.
play, in my opinion. It's never going to be viable.
Another thing
Yeah,
is you can shoot it and hold your stratagem button for like a solid second, and you animation cancel the whole thing, and you could just like fast fire it like that.
Yeah, which is pretty funny. I don't usually talk about that one, but that is still a thing you can do with it.
Yeah, so Takibo says in solo, doo-doo trash tier, which I think is totally a valid like placement in solo, if that's how he feels. I think in groups, like B tier, personally, in groups. So I would say that. Honestly, our tier lists are usually more for groups, but I wanted the solo. I wanted the solo perspective though. That's really a valid perspective.
I'd probably say it's. I probably would have given it an A, just because I can remove the crossbow from this reality. In a world where the crossbow doesn't exist, I think the Eruptor is A tier.
Pips, what do you think?
B.
Yeah.
Or well,
I think about B.
It's probably B or A. Yeah, something in between.
I think about B.
Depends
All
on
right.
the side too.
Elliot with the $5 says Eruptor Shrapnel got a stealth buff with the frag. I'm using it way more than the Expo now. I tested Eruptor when the frag got buffed because they buffed the Airburst as well. It still can't one-tap devs to the body like it used to. And Zinni says the same thing. Eruptor should one-tap devs to the body. I agree. Thank you, Elliot. Thank you, Zinni. And Scott with the 20 says, love all 4 of y'all's content. Keep it up. Yo, thank you. Appreciate that, Scott.
You're a G. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that, Scott. So yeah, I wanted the solo perspective though, so thank you for that. And then, all right, Libpeen, let's just do a quick vote.
Yeah,
we got Adjudicator in C.
Like, just please.
Eravin likes the Libpeen. Where would you put it, Eravin?
I'd put the Libpen in B.
Okay.
I will unironically take this gun to bots, and it will feel good every time.
It
Would you
does.
prefer it over the Tenderizer, Evan?
Yeah, because it kills rocket striders really fast.
That's true. That's true.
It actually dumpsters them pretty quick, and it'll. You don't even really need headshots on the Devastators after the Madcap change.
It does 2-tap Devastators in the head now, though.
Yeah, you can get a 2-tap. You basically just like spray around the head region. If you happen to get the headshot kill, cool. If you don't, it's actually still a pretty quick TTK to the breastplate. And then it kills rocket striders fast. So, and it kills the light bots pretty well too because it's an automatic weapon. I mean, it does everything I want a primary to do on that front. So B.
Against bugs, probably overall, worse though. Right? Yeah, overall.
I just wouldn't bring an assault rifle to bugs. That's what's kind of unfortunate about doing both.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
I just wouldn't bring it. Like I'd bring a shotgun. I'd bring something that staggers because that's just the meta game for that faction.
Yeah, just throw it in. If we're talking both, I'd throw it in. But then again, Tenderizer's in B, so it makes sense to be above it because it does do more than Tenderizer.
We'll just say bot specific.
Yeah.
Takibo, have you tried Libpen since the buffs?
Honestly, I'll be completely honest with you guys, man. I did not use the assault rifles that many times in this game. Like I gave them each a try like 2-3 times with each faction. But that's about it. Like once I saw like, okay, it just doesn't work. I'm not going to do this to myself.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That's exactly where I am too, brother. Exactly.
Fair enough. So bot specific placement above Tenderizer. All right, Scorcher boys. I know a lot of us are Scorcher fans here. Come on.
Oh, 1 second. 1 second, guys. I'm getting a phone call.
No worries. Pips, what's your thoughts on the Scorcher?
Across both sides, I would put it in A. I think that it's very good against the bots if used correctly. But right now, for me personally, since there's a purifier, right? Like the purifier is just so good, man, and it's so much fun, and I like the explosion. It's so much damage. As Eravin said, it's like it's from a different universe compared to that one, but still good. So I definitely feel like it's way better than everything that's in B. So
I thought you liked the fire rate buff and the charger kills, though.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I do like how it feels, but I think that the other weapons are just better, right? That's the problem. As I said, like when I was testing it, I think that with the fire rate, to actually utilize the fire rate and have fun with it, if you do that, then you start running out of ammo so fast.
For sure.
That's the problem for me. But the fire rate it feels fun.
So you vote A?
Yeah, I would vote A.
Eravin, thoughts on the Scorcher?
The only problem the Scorcher currently actually has is that the Purifier just takes its job with the fire rate bug. And otherwise, it's a fantastic gun. I would absolutely love bringing the Scorcher out all the time if the Purifier wasn't just doing exactly what it's doing, but better, because it also charges up and fires faster.
Zinni.
So, once that bug is fixed, I would probably say the Scorcher is an S tier weapon.
True.
And I think I'm just going to stick with that for longevity because I know that Purifier auto, like semi-auto in the building thing is not gonna stay. So I'll say S.
I think the Scorcher's solid as well. Like Purifier, definitely better. But if we take this gun out of the equation, I would say it's either very high A or S compared to the rest of these guns. Zinni with the dono says, give Scorcher a drum mag and purifier fire rate. True. I'm going to hold off on the Scorcher, though, because I know Takibo likes this gun. So let's move on to the Breaker Spray and Pray. Speedrun. Pips.
High B.
High B?
Yeah.
Eravin, Breaker Spray and Pray.
Breaker, Spray, and Pray.
Obviously bug weapon. Obviously bug weapon.
Yeah. I don't feel like I would ever bring this weapon. I'd probably say C.
It has kind of bad handling.
The problem I have, like, if we're thinking bugs and you have those weapons in C, I feel like it's better than those weapons for bugs.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
You know what I
kind of
mean?
what's tough.
Yeah, so that's why I said, like, B, because looking at all those, like, you gotta put it above those auto rifles in B for bugs, right?
Yeah.
That's fair. We
But
could
then
say
it's
top of
just,
C
like,
then.
So, yeah, then it's like completely worthless for bots. So probably C.
Agree. Blitzer? Eravin, you still like the Blitzer?
I mean, for bugs, that's in the Horseman for me.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. For
Pips?
sure.
4 horsemen?
Oh, for sure, bro. Are you kidding me? That thing slaps.
You guys think it's that good?
Yeah,
Is that
fucking
good?
Insane.
Okay.
Fucking insane.
I'll give you guys 4 horsemen on that one.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I wouldn't put it 4 horsemen, but
Even
Hold
Phase
on,
Shifter
hold
says
on.
4 Horsemen.
I would put it S though. I would put it S to be fair. So I have no problems if you guys want to put it 4 horsemen. I would put it S tier. I would.
Crazy.
I don't think
against
it's on these level though. Like, bro, Purifier crossbow.
against the bugs. It depends what support weapon you pick, bro. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. The stun build up, the stagger, no matter what's chasing you, it's crazy. Like, I think it's crazy.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, the ability to hold Shift W, read chat, and clear bug breaches by myself is pretty crazy.
It's
All right.
insane.
Yeah, no, I don't object. I would definitely put an S tier minimum. But yeah. All right, Counter-Sniper. S tier. Bots specific.
Bots specific. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really good against the bots. Like, dude, I tried it on the mouse and keyboard because mostly I play on controller, right? So my kid's account is on Steam. So when I tried it on the mouse and keyboard, it was incredible how much better it feels on mouse and keyboard. Like, people don't realize how much harder it is to hit those headshots in this game with a controller. Like, it's
Yeah, there's
much
no aim
harder.
assist, right?
Yeah, it's so much harder. Like, even like when you're trying to like aim down, like it starts like moving slowly and it makes you miss. But on M&K, it feels incredible for sure.
DCS is my favorite bot gun in the game. The only reason I ever even put it down is because Purifier is just the most absurd thing to ever grace this earth. So
Listen, we
It's
don't gotta
definitely an
mention
S tier gun.
Purifier anymore. We made the S plus for a reason. We made the S plus for a reason. This is on a different level. This is on a different level.
That gun down is because that gun exists.
Yeah. I think bro, and they buffed the shit out of it. 200 damage. I thought
So hard.
I thought from last patch it just really needed the durable damage buff. That was it, and like a slight damage bump. Like, I thought this thing only needed 155. They gave it
You don't
200.
even need headshots with this thing. Just hit the target and it
Yeah.
dies
Apologies,
in a
they're going
reasonable
back.
number of hits every time.
No worries. We
Welcome
sped
back,
run.
buddy.
We sped run the Breaker Spray and Pray, and
Breaker- Spray and Pay? Okay.
yeah,
that's-
it's fine.
It's not that good.
I need your
However,
thoughts on Scorcher.
we were waiting for you to come back for the Scorcher. They both voted A tier. I think S.
Scorcher.
What do you
I
think,
said it.
Takibo?
I said S.
Oh, did you? Okay.
For me, a
Yeah, I
couple
said S.
patches ago, the Scorcher would have been like at the top of this list, like above the Purifier for sure. But yeah, I would put it below Purifier. I would, yeah, I'd give it S tier still. Still think it's really good. I just think the Purifier outshines it.
What would be
Takibo,
your
do you?
opinion of the Scorcher versus Purifier if the Purifier didn't have 6,000 RPM the way it's intended to be? Do you think that you would probably see them as pretty comparable weapons?
Honestly,
Do
I
you
don't
even
think it would
utilize
change.
that rate of fire?
Yeah,
I do all the time.
Oh yeah.
No, I was asking Takibo.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, when I made my video, I actually kind of only used that way because I thought that was the way to use it. Like, as soon as it got buffed, like, I instantly picked up the weapon and I made a video on it, and I thought that was going to be, like, the best way to use it. But I prefer charging the shots nowadays. Like, after that
Same,
video, I
same.
tried
That's why I
charging
asked.
all the
Yeah.
shots. So
That's
For
why
me, I
asked. Same.
probably like even if they nerfed it and brought it back to what it's supposed to be, the fire rate, I would still think it's above the Scorcher, honestly.
Same. Yeah, same.
All right, Takibo, do you think Scorcher's a 4 horseman weapon above all the other weapons, or just S tier?
Oh, no, S tier. I don't think it reaches that.
Are we
point.
talking only bots?
I think it's amazing for bugs though too. To be fair, you do need a supply pack.
I
be
think
fair,
that Plasma
this
Shotgun
is-
is way better against the bugs than Scorcher.
Scorcher is the fastest primary weapon to kill a charger butt, and I think that is
Yeah.
definitely worth mentioning.
Yeah, and it's also the fastest to run out of ammo. So
Yeah,
also
okay,
a good thing
listen.
against the bugs.
You need a supply pack, but
Yeah.
if we're being
And a
honest,
dev on your side to give
But-
you like some ammo as you're running through. And
Listen.
in that case, yeah.
you need a supply pack. But for what it's worth, supply pack's not a bad stratagem to bring anyway.
I don't think that against the bugs, it's any. I think plasma. For me personally, plasma shotgun is better against the bugs. But for the bots, I think they're similar. So that's why I was thinking to put it in A. But I'm fine with S.
I think we could have definitely like split this into 2 lists, honestly. I don't think it would have taken much more time. But yeah, honestly, when you asked me about the Scorcher, immediately what I thought of were bots. I didn't even think of bugs. I'm not
Okay.
even gonna lie to you.
Fair enough.
I never use
Yeah,
it against the
that's what I'm
bugs
saying.
because, as Pip said, you do run out of ammo extremely quickly. And
Okay.
ammo is a huge issue in like solo play.
Yeah, I think
So
the reason we run into, I used to like when I played this game actually way more off stream as well. I used to do only solo runs as well. So I think like the experiences are in a way similar. That's why I have that feeling also towards the Scorcher. Like the ammo was always a problem with that gun.
Don't you guys remember on launch? Yeah, it was always a problem. Don't you guys remember on launch when everyone was like, Breaker's the best gun in the game, but as soon as you got
Yeah.
to page 10
Yes.
and you unlocked
And I-
the
and I-
Scorcher,
And I used it and I said it was the best and I got shit on.
yeah,
Like so
Yeah.
many people were pissed.
bro,
Oh
I
my
was like,
God, dude.
listen, the only reason no one thinks Scorcher is the
Yes.
best is because it was on page 10.
Yeah, no one had it
Yeah,
yet.
100%.
Yeah.
Once you got it though, you immediately realized, oh my god, this is so much better than doing anything else. This gun's gonna get nerfed. And then
Yeah,
the
it was
jar
so
got
bad.
buffed, and then it like completely changed your expectations as to what was gonna happen. Or maybe it was
Honestly, I
just
was
the
a-
point where we realized 30% of the players didn't even play bots, so there was no world that the pure that
Yeah,
the Scorcher
that's
was
true.
going to be nerfed.
That's true.
Dude, Eravin, you want to hear something funny? When the game started, I didn't even know there was bots. I was just, I'm not even joking.
Dude's just
I'm
like
playing.
on the right side of the galaxy.
That's actually not.
It's like the
Are you serious?
second day or something. The second day or something, and I didn't. And my friend, my friend is like, I'm in the game, and he's not like playing. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Are you in the menu or something? He's like, I'm playing the bots. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, bro, come join me. And I was like, what the hell is happening here? It was kind of crazy. Yeah.
That's honestly not the weirdest thing I've heard. Someone said something to me the other day. They were like, "Didn't the game launch with only one faction?"
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of people
So
like
I
that,
don't,
yeah.
I don't think, yeah, I don't think it was just Pips that didn't realize that
Pips,
there
you
was
never
bots.
told me that, bro. That's fucking hilarious.
I honestly didn't know. For like day 3 or something, it was like some of my Georgian friends were playing, and they were like, "Join us." I thought they were trolling me or something.
I think the first MO was bugs, and it took like the whole week, the whole first week of the game.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was just kind of scared shitless of the bots at first.
Yeah,
Actually,
I used
enjoyed it at
to
the beginning way more.
I used to play tier 7 against bots solo. I couldn't do super hell dive.
Me
Well,
and
I would
the-
try, but it was always stratagem scramble and -1, and I would precision strike, or I would 500 myself all the time when I was calling down my support weapon.
Me and the boys worked our way up through the bugs, and then the free weekend railgun came out, and we were like, "Oh shit, this thing's crazy!" And then we got up to bugs 9. And at that point, we were like, let's go try the bots. So we go to bots 9, and we just get our shit kicked in.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
so good.
I remember I would play like tier 5s and 6s with my friends against bots when they first came out. And like a tank would show up out of nowhere and you'd just be getting cannon turreted, and I'm like, holy shit. Those were the days.
I just saw you guys put the Blitzer on Horseman, right?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
any thoughts on that?
Actually.
Okay.
No, I actually agree. Like
Yes.
I don't like it as much on bots, but on bugs, it like
But
especially
we're
for
talking
group
bugs
play.
pretty much. We're talking about bugs.
Yeah, pretty much, right? But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
especially on group play, I don't play group play much, but when I play on group play, I rather use something that has a potential to have unlimited ammo, and the Blitzer is just up there. And even for solo play, it's a monster.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, it's the best for solo play for me personally.
It's
Like,
Yeah,
it's
same.
incredible. It's incredible.
I think the only time I don't want a blitzer on bugs is when I'm doing rocket defense and I actually have to keep my teammates on my screen or eradicate. Those are like the
Yeah.
only two situations that I'll prefer something over blitzer. I've been doing other stuff besides blitzer lately just because it feels so strong that like
It's so good, dude.
it makes things a little bit unengaging to a point.
And once you kind of get used to it, you can slap around the shriekers as well, and it's so fun. Like when they're flying in, you just turn around
Oh
quickly and
yeah,
slap
you
them.
can do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so good, man.
that's
is the best.
probably the one time I feel a little bit locked in with the blitzer is when you have
Yeah.
to get rid of the shrieker storms.
All right, you gotta lock in. Yep.
All right, any quick thoughts? Takibo, Counter-Sniper going in S for the bots? I mean,
Counter-Sniper S for the bots.
yeah.
Not a solo play weapon though, quite decent.
Yeah, I mean, out of the ballistic weapons, probably out of all of the ballistic weapons, it's likely the best one.
I'd agree
Yeah,
with that.
I think S sounds about right. It's for the bots, especially. It's above the Halt for sure.
Do
I don't know
you?
if I would put it above the Scorcher.
That's what I was
would
gonna ask.
probably put it between the two of them.
Okay.
That would be my vote, anyways. But not for bugs, though. I mean, I'm thinking for bots. For bugs,
Yeah,
I
bots.
would place it way down below. I'd probably place it in C or low B or something like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Pips, your cam cut off.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, just rejoin. Pyro with the dono says, "Thick, I want to hear what your cat thinks on the matter. Put him on the mic." He
Is
says,
it back?
He says,
I think it's back,
"Morale."
right?
Yeah, I got you back. All right,
Okay.
moving on to the Jar Dominator. Any thoughts, guys?
It's one of like we said earlier. I think the Jar Dominator just got outshined by other weapons.
Yeah.
Did it ever get nerfed? I'm actually not sure.
It got a minor nerf. It got buffed to 300 damage, then they walked it back a bit to
Yeah.
275.
Yeah. That was
Yeah,
like
so
what,
basically they
few
didn't
months
touch
ago.
it. So it's still like a really good weapon. There's just better options.
Like, if you asked me where the Jar Dominator was pre 60 days, it would be one of the Horsemen.
for
Like
me-
after,
I don't think-
after Peak came out, but before 60 days, I would have said it was the Horseman gun. As far
Eravin,
as bots,
Eravin, I gotta disagree with you there. I don't think we had a 4 horseman tier pre 60 days.
okay, well,
was-
yeah,
that
that's
was
a good
a
point.
yeah.
we didn't have
So
a
S tier,
Horseman
S tier,
back then.
right?
It would have been S, yeah. But now that like all the other guns have been buffed up to its level and they don't have that peak physique tax, I would probably say the Jar Dominator is an A tier weapon.
I would agree with A.
I think it's still S tier. Kibo, where would you put it?
This list for bots A tier. If it were bugs, I would
Alright.
put it a bit lower.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Overall, I would
Alex,
put it
thank
A.
you for the $1. Appreciate it. All right, Breaker, Incendiary. Still missing 2 mags. Where would you guys put this gun?
Oh man, that was a favorite for me for so freaking long.
Same.
How is it in
Literally
solo
spent
right
this
now?
one-
So good.
It's
I think it's better in
still
solo.
good. It's still good. It's still really good. It's as good as ever. Like because I also get as a solo player, you get all the resupplies to yourself, right?
Yeah,
And all the
yeah.
ammo boxes on the floor. So that's not as much of an issue unless the weapon really has shit ammo efficiency. But the Breaker Incendiary, like with each shot, you get rid of like a couple of pouncers, you light up a couple of hunters on fire. Like the Breaker Incendiary gets rid of an entire Shrieker group with only like 2-3 shots. It's fantastic at that. Honestly, for solo play, it's still an S tier. Like
Okay.
for me, for a certain amount of time there, it was the best weapon in the game. Like no matter, like there's no competition there. But nowadays, yeah, like a high S tier for me. It sucks against the bots, though. I will say that much. It absolutely blows against the bots.
Yeah, that's yeah. Dabizard with the 2 says, "Why is my Constitution in doo-doo tier?" Because none of us are using the John Helldiver version of the Constitution. Okay, that's the one you got. All right, Pips, Firebreaker,
A for me.
Eravin.
I would say A. I feel like it's pretty side grade with the Cookout because the Cookout has the stagger, the Breaker doesn't, but it has the higher DPS and the higher volume of fire. You can light more chaff on fire with it. And in either case, I would never bring either of these guns to an ICBM on bugs because you're going to fight bio bugs and it's not going to feel great because you're
And
going to run
ammo
through a lot of
economy too.
ammo.
I think it's better.
Yeah,
than
ammo
Cookout.
economy. Yeah, ammo economy on Incend Breaker is pretty bad. I would put it below Cookout and A.
I
The
like the
LCBMs always has Battle Spears. I don't think so.
It does
Nine-
unless you're doing
nine-
a defense campaign.
it's oh, is it unless a defense?
that
Not-
might-
If you're
Okay,
doing a
that would
defense
explain.
campaign, that's the only time it won't happen.
I thought it was
That would
9 out of
explain
10,
things.
but maybe it's when I'm on a defense. I thought it was 9 out of 10 though.
Yeah, the only time I've ever seen no bile bugs on ICBM
Oh.
is when I'm playing defense campaign. It's kind of like
Next.
how how the save civilians thing is bugged, but if you're playing defense campaign, it's not.
I never know.
I like the perspective Takibo has because honestly I thought that in solo where you get the whole resupply, like the mag nerf didn't do anything. So I think that is worth mentioning. For groups, just near Cookout makes sense. They're very similar.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Next,
All right.
fourth horseman, baby, on the list. Let's go.
Knight?
Fourth horseman, throw it in there. Throw it in there.
Wait, Pips.
go.
We talked about this.
What?
We talked about
What did I
this.
do?
This isn't a
What did I
four
do?
horseman gun. We talked about this, Pips.
It's a pay-to-win gun, bro. Throw it in there.
No,
Literally pay to win.
we talked about this. We have to pick a different gun to troll with because we're gonna trick a few people into buying
Oh
this.
shit! Oh yeah. My bad.
And they're gonna be really
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'll say the buff to the knight was actually solid. Like it's not amazing. It's not like it can't go anywhere above B or C tier, but it's actually
No.
really fun. It's
It
not.
is a fun gun.
Yeah, it's
It is
really
a
fun.
gun. Yeah, it is for sure.
Like if you like the
burst fire feels
redeemer,
fun.
if you like the nah, full auto, bro. Blah,
I like the burst.
blah.
Yeah, I agree. If I'm bringing a
Um,
weapon with automatic, I'm using it for automatic, or I'm bringing a DMR.
The fire rate goes crazy too.
I mean, I would say C tier for this though.
I would also say C tier for this. This gun is wait for Illuminate tier. This thing's gonna shred Illuminates.
Oh, you
Watch.
think? You think?
It will, because light pen, high RPM, high DPS is gonna go crazy.
Why do you say so? Did they have like high health and low armor?
They have shields and no armor.
In the
So
first, yeah,
you'll
in
have
the
to
first
shred
game.
through shields and shred through health.
Oh, that might actually help out
It-
ballistic weapons a little bit.
It
Yeah.
will make light pen weapons so much better.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool actually. Okay.
And then you shoot the purifier, and with one explosion, kill 50 of them.
Nope, because it'll only blow off their shield on the first hit, and it won't
Not all of them
stagger
have
them.
shields, though. Well, at least that's how it was in Helldivers 1, right?
Yeah, not all of them had shields.
Yeah. I think like the more stronger enemies get the shields. At least that's how it was.
Takibo, do you have Super Citizen Edition?
Oh yeah, I got that.
What do you think of the knight?
Pay to win, dude.
Yeah, 100%,
All right,
100%.
pay to win tier. We
Confirmed.
need a tier above four horsemen, honestly.
Yeah.
Brett-
yeah.
Brett with the $5 Firebreaker with grenade pistol and supply pack. Bile spewer is no problem. One shot grenade pistol. Finish with breaker. True. Thank you for the $5, Brett.
You got like
Brett.
6 of those though.
With supply pack. With supply pack.
Okay,
You do
I
get
guess that's true.
you do get 4 grenade pistol shots back from supply pack, which
Yeah,
is
that needs a
actually
nerf. That needs a nerf.
which is
That's
actually
fair. That's
Decent
actually
shot.
pretty good. That's
Yeah.
actually he's cooking actually.
I like
That's a good answer.
combos. I like combos. All right, boys, time for the slugger.
Here we go. Next, fourth horseman. Throw it in there.
You know what? I don't want to hear from Pips for the rest of the stream. Takibo, what do
Okay.
you think about the slugger?
Oh, Pips,
Honestly,
that's
for-
really weird. You're muted.
Yeah. I know.
Where's Billy,
For
bro?
a
We need
time
Billy.
there- For a time
Billy's
there, the
gone.
slugger was like insane, but
It
I don't know.
was. It was so
At
good.
what point did they nerf it? I honestly don't remember. But
When
I
they
remember
buffed
there
the
was a-
Dominator.
They changed it
when
to
Filet
20.
made a video.
They
That's when
changed it to
Takibo-
20 MRAD, and that's why people don't use it anymore.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, they
Mhm.
gave it spread.
I think it went from 5 spread to 20.
Oh, that's sad.
I
It
blame
should be
Filet.
pretty. Look, dude, this weapon has to be accurate. It fires slug shots. Like, don't give me shit accuracy with that. Give me good accuracy. But yeah, I'd honestly C tier, dude. I don't think it it can be any better than that.
Pips, where would you put the Slugger?
Yeah, low. Like you have the Halt now. Like, what's the point? Like, why would you run that? It slaps. It has better accuracy. It stuns. The ammo economy's good. It looks better. It sounds better. It's a good. Like, it's just better. Yeah, I don't see a reason to use it.
Eravin, where would you put the Slugger?
The best I could ever do for this gun is C.
All right, I'll say what the chat wants to hear. Doo doo, trash tier. All right, we'll put it in C. All right,
This is the best I could
Punisher.
ever do for something. like this.
Punisher. I know some of you guys here like the Punisher. Punisher's solid.
Yeah, I think the Punisher was the best pump shotgun before the Halt came in my opinion. Some people would prefer the Cookout, but for me it was the Punisher. Then
I
the Halt
prefer the
came
Cookout, yeah.
in.
Because you
and now
liked
the
killing.
Punisher is-
You like killing alpha commanders with it, huh?
Yep. For me, against bugs, I'm paying attention to alpha commanders mostly, and of course, a way to efficiently deal with hunters. And for bots, is the Devastators. It has to be, and the Rocket Striders, of course.
Where would you put?
I don't care about the Hulks. The Hulks, I just toss a freaking thermite on them and they're dead. Same for Chargers, Bile Titans.
Where,
So I'm
where
worried
would
about the little guys.
True.
Punisher. Let me look at the list. Now I'm kind of torn apart between A or B. I'm looking at the weapons we've put up here.
I mean, if we put it B, I think that it should definitely be above everything because it's better.
I was just
Yeah, I
thinking
think-
I could put this at the top of B. I would be okay
Yeah.
with that.
It definitely beats
Or-
all the
or
B
A.
options. I'm wondering if it
Low
beats
A
some of the
or
A
B.
options. I don't think it beats the A option. Yeah, I'd probably give it like the highest B.
All right, I'm cool with that because that would also imply lowest A, and if it's next
Yeah,
to these
yeah, yeah.
weapons,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
The
good
other
enough
thing
for
about
me.
the Punisher that's like so incredibly solid is it's literally the first gun Helldivers unlock in this game.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
And it
really?
feels so good on the bug front now, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
point.
When you unlock this and it's the first thing you get after the Liberator, it's so
You
good.
just start blasting bugs with one shot each. It's
Yeah,
great.
I would put it low A, but I'm okay with it there.
Yeah, it's same difference. Zinni
Yeah.
with the dono says, need its own, please fix the Slugger tier. Give it less spread, please.
Oh, actually, this is a really good time for me to bring this. I would fix the Slugger by making it programmable ammo for the Punisher. So you unlock the Punisher in your Warbond, and when you get to the point where you would unlock the Slugger in the first Warbond, you instead unlock programmable ammo for the Punisher, where you can choose to have both slugs and buckshot for the Punisher. I think that would go so hard and make so much sense because they're literally the same gun.
The
So it's
the Sluggisher.
Yeah. I love it, face. The
Coco with the
Sluggisher.
two-
The Sluggisher, yeah, just make this one gun with
Or
with the new mechanics that they've added to the game.
Coco with the €2 says, revert nerf tier and put Pummeler, Breaker, Incendiary, Slugger. Listen, I agree with you guys. If this, but I feel like for people watching, they want to know how they truly feel. But yeah, definitely revert this. Please revert this one. Come on. I don't even care about the other two. Also, for what it's worth, how come nobody's asking for the Slugger to break doors again, bro? You know how low-key handy it was to just
I
shoot
forgot about that.
to just
I think
shoot
they
down
just
a
got
fence
tired of
post?
asking.
I think, like, depending on the armor you wear, you should be able to shoulder bash into that wall and just fucking tear
That'd
it
be kinda
down.
cool.
Peak
Like an
physique should be
animal.
able to break down doors.
Yes, let me like
the
jump
Constitution, the Constitution should be able to melee close bug holes. Let's be honest.
I'd probably
maybe dive into it.
I'd probably rep the flamethrower closing bug holes before that. I thought that would have been a cool way to change the flamethrower.
Oh, dude.
You shoot a
Talk to me.
flamethrower down a bug hole and it just
Oh my
explodes.
God.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, I would literally pick up one stratagem and play the fuck. That's it. That one. I don't care about the rest. If it can close buckles, that's incredible.
All right,
My favorite.
regular breaker. It's basically reverted. It still has a little more recoil than launch, but that really doesn't matter if we're being honest with this gun.
I would put it B below Punisher. Just my thoughts.
Okay, I think Punisher is certainly better.
Dude,
I
I was a
think so, too.
breaker geek, dude. Like as soon as the game came out, that's all I used. Wasn't there like a
Ghost-
phase where the Breaker was like the king of all weapons?
Yeah,
It was incredible. Yeah.
It,
Just play with the 5 gifteds, bro. Let's go.
Yo, Anthony, thank you for the 5 gifted.
Thanks so much,
Appreciate
brother.
it.
Thank you. Erwin, go ahead.
Yippee.
Sorry.
Yeah, I played this shotgun after it got reverted and it's basically launch state, and I quickly realized this thing has been power creeped the hell out.
Yeah.
It is just not. It's not how you remember it because
Nope.
there's so many things that are better than it ever was now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, I'd probably, in honor of its memory of how it got us to this point, I'd probably put it in B. But I don't think I would ever use this.
Yeah, not at the point that we're at now.
Pips, your cam cut out
I
again.
prefer it.
Yeah. Okay.
I
it's
prefer
back
it
again.
over the Punisher personally, but
Really?
yeah, just because like with pump action shotguns in general, like when I'm solo playing, like all those microseconds you're pumping a shell, like it adds up to a lot,
That's
and the
true.
hunters just get ever closer to you. So I'd rather use something that can pretty much fire like an automatic weapon and like hold them back.
Takibo doesn't like to hug hunters. Confirmed.
Oh no, I
Right
did
here.
not.
Right here.
Not.
It's confirmed.
Okay, Takibo says above Punisher. Does this thing kills Alpha Commanders pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah, as far as I remember, it has pretty good durable damage
Decent.
as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the Punisher
Something
does as well, so I don't know.
I
It's up to
think
you
the
guys.
automatic over pump and solo play
What
definitely
about ammo economy?
realistic.
The
It has
loss-
fine ammo economy.
The
They
loss
reverted
of
it.
Stagger in comparison leaves you extremely vulnerable to big stalker nests or like double stalker nests. Anything like that happens, you are cooked because
True.
of the breaker. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could
So
probably
I would
spam
put it
them.
below Punisher. Punisher can actually just lock down and shit on any amount of stalkers on your screen, where the breaker just is not going to do that.
Dude, isn't it the greatest feeling when you have those stalkers pushing you and you slap them with the blitzer and they
Yeah.
just stand there like idiots? Oh my god, it's so good.
I like how their animations bug out when they get stunned and they start wagging
Yes.
their little arm
Yeah,
at you.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
please
yeah,
stop,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Those guys.
near Punisher, fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd put it below Punisher for sure.
All
Yeah,
right.
I would agree.
Time for the Scythe. Okay, I want to start this one off. Against the bots, bro, A tier, okay? It's so solid now with the scope. It is so solid against the bots with the scope.
Especially on MNK. Like it feels good on controller too, but on MNK it feels better.
I think even against Devastators, though, you don't need perfect aim because it feels like a full auto marksman rifle because you kind of just need to hover it over their eyes. And then after you like hover it enough, you just kill them. If you haven't tried the Scythe on the bots with the scope, if you like marksman, it's like, I swear, it's the weirdest explanation, but it's like a full auto marksman rifle. Because like you basically full auto it, but it kills stuff like really fast. The Devastator's really fast. It wipes all the small bots instantly. You can shoot a Rocket Strider rocket. It's definitely build dependent. You need your support weapon to shit on Rocket Striders. So I'm not saying
Yeah.
S
Oh,
tier. I'm not saying S tier, but like for Devastators, for small bots, easily A tier.
I
My
think
opinion.
this gun is good, but I think if we rank this gun highly for its capabilities against the bots, then the normal diligence has kind of been done a disservice by being in C, because they're
For
very
me,
similar.
It's not even about the performance. I love both laser weapons, especially in group play. When I play in groups, I find ammo
Yes.
to be like a huge issue. And with these weapons, you can kind of have infinite ammo if you're careful. So honestly, that's a huge plus for me, dude, with these laser weapons. In solo play, I'll never pick these.
Never.
But in group play,
Never.
yeah, they're pretty good.
Anything below A tier, I would never pick in solo play, and
Oh, yeah,
not even
no.
all of them.
I'll play
in-
Scythe against the bot solo.
I mean, yeah, you could do it definitely, but is it
Maybe I just really
something
like
to
the
go to
Scythe.
right away?
Maybe I
Yeah,
just
I
really
love it
like
too,
It's good.
dude. I love it too. I actually even
It's
like
good.
it, and this is gonna be like a crazy take, but I actually enjoy it against the bugs as well. Especially when the shriekers are coming in, just tap them a little bit and they're like burning down. That's cool as hell. But
It-
like, is it really that strong? No,
Yeah, it does kill the bugs actually pretty fast now, but it
Yeah.
doesn't have stagger, so
no, yeah,
It's
yeah,
tough.
yeah.
it's tough.
I would put it like top of B.
All right,
That's
where
my
do
opinion.
you vote, Eravin?
I
Or maybe even lower.
feel like the Diligence should be a tier higher, and the Scythe should be right above that, or somewhere comparable to it, like right above it, because they're so incredibly similar in what they do and their capability. So I'd probably go B for the Scythe, given our current climate.
In your opinion, which one would you prefer bringing if you had to bring one, Eravin?
If I had to
Like
bring
that.
one, I think I would prefer the Scythe just because of the easy application. Like Diligence is a skill issue primary where like you have to get the scope on the head, click the head, where the Scythe is like you can adjust and drag over the head, get it on the head, and it'll fry it pretty quick. Yeah, it's just like an ease of use kind of thing, I think, at that point. If you're just cracked at the game, I think probably Diligence is better. But as from an ease of use standpoint, the Scythe is probably easier to perform on. Also,
Takibo, what
no
do you think
ammo.
about the Scythe?
Honestly, looking at the list, I'm thinking right in between the Reprimand and Liberator pen.
Okay.
That is a Liberator pen, right? The white one next to the
Yep.
Tenderizer?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I would place it. Honestly,
Okay.
like Eravin said,
I'll
it
be
is
back.
very similar to the Diligence, but in my opinion, it has that infinite ammo potential that the Diligence doesn't have. And I feel like it's a bit more forgiving as well, with
Yeah.
the fire dot and all.
Hell soap. Yeah, true. All right. We're gonna skip the torture because Pips is gone. Liberator. We could speedrun this one.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Is it in doo-doo tier, Takibo, or
I
C
don't
tier?
like that one.
Oh man, I think it's definitely below the Defender. I mean, I don't know if it reaches doo-doo tier. What do you guys think?
you
Do
don't
you guys
know?
think it reaches that point?
I vote doo-doo tier. Eravin?
I'll probably put it at the top of doo-doo tier because it's below the Defender. It just kind of is.
Isn't it sad we put the carbine below the Pummeler, but the Liberator above it?
That's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I don't
It
know.
is. It is. All right, what do we think about the Sickle?
Sickle, like as soon as it came out, it was actually one of my it was my favorite assault rifle, or not assault rifle, but like it was
Basically.
one of my favorite weapons. Yeah, automatic weapons when it came out. I still think it's good. I don't
agree.
use it because there's a lot better choices, but I still think it's good actually.
I got
I agree.
trauma from the first time I used the Sickle.
Really?
So I
How's
brought
that?
the Sickle to a bug game, solo bug game, to like just try it out and see what the hype was about. And my very first Bug 9 solo game with it, I spawned into a match with 3 Stalker layers, and I was completely helpless.
Oh God.
Like
Yeah.
I basically couldn't play the game because I had decided to bring this gun, and it was at that point I'm like, all right, anyone
Shit
saying this
weapon.
thing is like S tier?
That's one of those things that happens to you, and you wake up like middle of the night, all sweaty, screaming. For like at least 3 weeks. At least that's bad.
I think that moment like set my standard for what a good bug gun is. If it's a bug gun that will get me killed in those situations, it's not a good bug gun. That being said, I'd probably just throw this in B because I'm really not that attached to it. I'm pretty
I think-
indifferent to the Sickle these days.
I actually like it more than most auto rifles because of the ammo economy.
Me too.
Yeah,
I'm
I'd put it
thinking-
above all of them. Probably.
What's the highest one there? It's a Reprimand, right?
Reprimand, yeah.
Yeah, I'd put it above that. Yeah.
Same.
I don't think it beats the Punisher or the Breaker, but
No.
On bugs, I would agree higher than Reprimand. What do you guys think on bots though? Sickle versus Reprimand.
it's extremely accurate for me. That's like for me, like I said a few times, for me against bots, I need an accurate weapon or something that explodes, and the Sickle has like minimal recoil, like pretty much 0 recoil. So
True.
for me, it's huge. Just snipe out every Devastator.
So Sickle does somewhat have some spread, but you're like fast firing it so much it's forgiving. So it still feels accurate from range, even though it's kind of not.
I
You
don't
kind of
think
just
I'd
need to spam
ever-
it into heads.
I don't think I would ever in my life use the Sickle over the Reprimand on bots.
I agree. I think Reprimand's better on
Yeah?
bots personally.
Yeah.
I would for sure.
I think with them near each
Yeah, but
other, I think with them near each other, it's similar to how people feel. So, like, I'm cool with that. And I
feel
think
like
Sickle's
one is-
certainly better on bugs, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, one's all about like accuracy. The other one's about like hard hitting.
Yeah,
rather
it's
inaccurate. It's
not
I
hitting.
think that's kind of gonna come down to a play style, maybe. Like if you prefer a harder hitting weapon or if you prefer a really accurate weapon.
Well, it's like trying to compare a shotgun to the Diligence Counter-Sniper. It's like
it's
they
hard.
play at different ranges.
Mm-hmm.
If you're willing to play within the Reprimand's effective range, it's always going to outperform the Sickle.
Yeah, for me, until they fix that shit, I'm not never picking that gun. Fuck that shit. I just hate it. Like I come from like PvP games and where like I shoot, I want it to go where it shoot. If I'm aiming well, I want to hit it. If it doesn't, it annoys the shit out of me.
Fair
if
enough,
they
fair
fix that,
enough.
yeah.
That's fair.
You guys
All
want
right.
to see something funny? Hold on. I'll get back to you. Keep going.
All right, Torture. Torture against the bugs. What's your guys' thoughts?
Oh,
Torture gun
Bro.
super good.
yes, dude.
Do you use
Even
it? Do
solo
you
is
use
super
Torture,
good.
Takibo?
No, but that's mostly because I've kind of. I used to use Flamethrower a lot, but I kind of stopped. But no, I still wouldn't use it. Honestly, since the crossbow became what it became, like for me, there's just nothing else that even comes close to it. But
So you think Torture would never be in 4 Horsemen tier with the crossbow?
No, I don't think so. Definitely not. Especially considering its performance against the bots, which is inexistent. It's terrible. I mean, you said it's good against taking out Hulks, right? You said?
Yeah. Flamethrower is
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, Flamethrower hard counters Flame Hulks. Legit.
I've seen that.
But Rocket Hulks are another story. Good luck against the Rocket Hulk.
You gotta avoid the rockets though.
It's
you know?
crazy. But legitimately though, Flamethrower hard counters Flame Hulks. It's crazy. It's actually wild.
I gotta see it for myself.
So
I'll show you.
I am going to abstain from voting on the Torture because I know Thick is very passionate about this weapon and I am really indifferent to it / haven't really used it that much.
I'm
So
not
I
that
don't think-
passionate about it.
Like what I'll say is, if I got something that's better, aka the Flamethrower, then I don't see myself picking the Torture. I'll just pick
Yeah,
the Flamethrower if I want a Flamethrower.
It's really hard for me to like craft a loadout around it. I feel where I wouldn't have preferred doing big flamethrower.
Well, big Flamethrower is better.
Yeah,
They're similar.
But you could definitely like if you pick up, for example, like the Torture, the fact that it can like literally, if you let's say you damage the bot and you run under him, it absolutely shits on the biles as well. So you can definitely build around it. Like if you take that as medium target, you can take out chargers very easily as well, like heavy as well, and then have like a stalwart with it. It's actually pretty good. I enjoy
but
that
like,
build a lot.
what do I do about the hunters jumping on my ass while I'm trying to torture them, lighting me on fire because I'm using the torture?
I move and torch the ground and move all the time,
Okay,
and they
so
jump into it.
Okay,
yeah.
so the scorched earth method is still like what we're talking about here.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, scorched earth is good. It's always been good.
Yeah, that's what I like to do, at least.
I think the thing that's like kind of a shame about Scorched Earth is Scorched Earth was exactly as good as it was before they reverted and fixed the flamers. And it's the exact same now. So if it's like the thing that's best about the weapon, that feels like kind of a shame.
You know what's the problem with it also? Like, you know the medium armored, like the bugs? Whatever the name is.
Mhm.
No. Like the small
Hive guards?
guys with the
Hive guard?
hive guards,
Yeah.
right? When I spray the ground and they walk into it, they literally stop moving. They'll stop.
Oh yeah.
But like the other enemies, they don't give a shit. They're running through it. They're taking the tick damage and they'll fall over. But I wish like most of them would just stop moving, bro. That would be incredible.
Oh yeah, me too. I think we all
That
do.
would be
Fizz. That would be incredible.
Hiveguard
Why
AI.
stopped?
The reason they do that is
yeah,
Hiveguard
Hiveguard's-
AI is set up to, when they receive damage, like knuckle down and try to shield themselves. So they're
Yeah.
trying
Maybe
to
the other
shield
books would
themselves, but they're actually
try to
just
do the
nesting
same.
over the fire like idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick, McWolves with a $2 says Torture over Scorcher is wild. We'll rate it in a second. Also, Jason says Torture plus Arc Thrower is low-key cracked. I was actually thinking about that
I
combo.
agree. I agree.
I want
That's
to.
very true.
I think I want to do more Torture builds. Anytime I try Torture, we're messing
Torture's
around.
Nasty.
Yeah, it's nasty,
Nasty.
but anytime I try it, we're doing like the 4 flamethrower meme. Like everybody's.
Yeah.
And every time we do that, it feels great and it works well. But I actually haven't tried like a legit Torture build for what it's worth. But every time I use it in the 4 fireman loadout, it works fine. Where would you guys rate it? Again, obviously against the bugs.
Honestly, the
For
thing
me-
about the Torture is it's so different from like every other weapon in the entire game that it's so hard to rate.
I agree.
Looking
against the
at,
bugs, what do you think?
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm still thinking. I'm not sure.
Like looking at the list that we've crafted here, I feel like if I were to choose a weapon that I wanted from this list for bugs, I can't decide if I would take this directly below the halt or below the cookout, and that's really what
Below
it
the
comes
halt.
down to for me.
Eravin, for me,
What'd you say, Eravin? Or what'd you say, Pips?
below the halt. In
Okay.
S. Like if you really build craft, like if you really get used to the weapon, dude, it can do crazy shit. I promise you. And it shits on biles. Sorry, on chargers as well, man. Like
Yeah.
it really does.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
just good. It's
The
good.
fact that it can even do that is like very
Yes.
noteworthy.
Yeah, I think the uniqueness actually brings it up. Where, like, yeah, it might be more build specific, but it's unique and it can do stuff other weapons can't do.
I'd probably put it
Yes.
at the top of A, below halt.
That's actually where I would put it as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'll agree with
I vote 4 horsemen. All right, we'll put it below halt. Zinni with the dono says Torture is just a cookout with no stagger.
No. Well, Cookout can do shit to chargers and many other weapons that one can absolutely shit on, though. And you can literally use like some of the stratagems. And let's say you don't kill the Bile Titan, you just run under him, shoot him in the belly, and he dies within seconds. Like the fire damage does work, man. It does
Kind of
use
a lot of
get
guns
used to it,
do
but-
that.
Yeah, but like the fact that it can do all of it as a primary is kind of crazy. I really like it.
Thank you, Zinni, by the way. Yeah,
Thanks,
I
Zinni.
think most people on the panel agree below halt. So I think that's a fine spot. All right, Concussive Liberator. Have you guys tried this against the bugs this patch? I would say bug-specific weapon. It's not the best thing in the world, but I think it's
No.
solid. I think it's solid.
This is actually a really good gun if you have teammates around, or if you have laser buddy.
Yeah, or a guard dog.
Yeah,
It's
If you
pretty-
have a
with the
guard
drum
dog
mag, it's pretty good.
and you're against bugs, this actually is pretty fun weapon to run. And if your friends are nearby, it's even better to run.
Now, for what it's worth, it does kill alpha commanders in like 10 or 11 shots.
Jesus.
But it, well, it has 60 in the mag, but it has slow ass fire rate. If like Liberator
Yeah.
killed alpha commanders in 10, it has high durable damage though. It's like 50% durable. It like, for example, I'm pretty sure Liberator takes like, I don't know, I'd have to math it out, at least 15 or 20 shots.
Yeah, this thing
Um,
pretty much doesn't do the damage. It's just there to set everyone up.
What's Concussive's damage? 65. So it does like 32 durable.
For solo play, it's doo-doo for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no one's surprised there.
No, I think I would literally prefer the Constitution over this shit.
Have you played it with the drum mag, Takibo?
Dude, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna push the hunters back? Those fuckers are just gonna come
Yeah.
right back.
Dude, that's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying for so long.
Bro,
Thank
I'll
you,
play
bro.
this solo. I'll play this solo.
Holy shit! If I want to push something, I don't know. Like I'll just fucking fist bump him or something. I want to kill him.
I'll,
I don't want to like push things around.
I'll play
Flip
this solo.
concussive
I'll show you guys.
65-30.
I'll show you guys. I'll play this gun solo. All right, Takibo says doo-doo tier. Pips, what do you say?
I put it in C. I definitely think it's better than those guns that are in C. So, you know.
So you say top of C.
Yeah, I would definitely, because like, look, ammo economy is great, right? You're not reloading every 3 seconds with like half of the guns in the game, and it does decent damage compared to the fact that it's always stunning, and the drum mag is there. So yeah, I would put it in C.
Eravin, where would you rate this?
If I was going to run this gun, it settles into the loadout dependent, team dependent kind of weapon category. But I would, if I was playing with a team and I was running with a guard dog and I was playing against bugs, I would probably pick this gun either above or right below the Punisher.
Eravin says high B.
That's pretty high. Okay.
Like when I think about the other guns that we have in B and bug guns, I would take this gun over the rest of this crowd pretty much and take it like at or below Punisher. Just
Okay.
because I don't need to do any damage. Laser guard dog buddy got me until he decides to kill me. But like, you know, that's a tax.
I also vote B tier. I don't know if it's near Punisher for me. The other guys vote lower. I think top of C is like a good middle ground. What are we thinking, boys?
I agree.
What are we thinking, boys? All right, so we have a 4 horseman tier with only 3 guns in it. Do we think
Three
that
horsemen
do we think it's the 3 horseman tier, or do we think another gun on this list deserves to move up? Does anyone nominate a weapon to go to the 4
No.
horsemen, or do you vote 3 horsemen?
3 horsemen.
Okay.
Unless you want to man up and put Knight in there and say the truth to the people, but that's up to you. You know.
Eravin, do
I
you
know.
nominate a weapon or 3 horsemen?
For the horseman,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say reprimand just to piss people off, but nah, probably not.
All right, so only troll nominations so far. Takibo, you nominate any weapons up there or 3 horsemen?
Probably just the Constitution. Other than that, I don't think.
All right, we got
Yeah,
three
we don't
troll.
troll.
There we go, baby.
All right, it looks like it's the.
This is a good episode right here, bro.
All right,
This is it.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I agree with Takibo. This is the only melee weapon in the game.
I agree. I agree.
Like, think about it,
Yeah,
bro.
Concussive. Do Constitution for horsemen. I'm
It's-
down.
Yeah.
It's so unique in that it's the only melee
Agree.
weapon in the game. Like it does something that other weapons
What am
can't
I even
do.
thinking?
Right?
What am I even
Other
thinking?
weapons can't
Yeah.
stab the enemies. It
Yeah, I
just makes
agree.
sense.
And whenever we get weapon
agree.
customization and the bayonet is addable to all these other guns, you'll have the Constitution to thank for that.
Constitution. The
I
fourth
agree.
Now
horseman.
that's looking like a tier list. Okay.
This is
Yeah,
looking like a
Raise the
fire tier
list
list.
of all time.
This is looking like a fire tier list. Zenny with the dono says, I wish Doe was here to rate this tier list. They would all be in doo-doo trash tier.
Nah, I don't think they would, bro. That guy has a lot of good takes, bro. He gets so much shit for many reasons. Like, I mean, he says a lot of crazy shit, and I don't agree with everything, but he has a lot of good takes. In my
I
opinion.
agree. I agree.
Spray and Pray would probably be a horseman or some shit.
Spray and pray. What? No way.
All right, boys. W podcast.
Yeah, it was super fun episode, bro.
We're
It was
all
super
settled
fun.
up.
Yeah.
Eravin, thank you for coming back.
Weird.
Takibo.
Love it.
Nice to meet you, man. Good to have you, Eravin.
Hey,
Always
man,
a
thank you.
pleasure.
Takibo, definitely
Thank
nice
for
to meet
inviting
you.
me for-
Yeah, it was a good time, boys. It was a good time. I'm gonna go start up my stream as well. And chat, thank you so much for the craziness in the chat today, bro. The donos and the support was absolutely out of
Those
this
was
world.
crazy.
So like
Yeah,
before
when
I
it
leave,
comes
I
back.
guess you guys deserve.
I think
You know what I mean, chat? Like, come on.
it was because
We
of
need-
Takibo. Takibo, if you stream, I got you. I'll spread some of the love.
What is it with like? Why does Filet? We need to start making Filet do like full on ass to grass squats
Ah!
from donos, bro. I want to see it.
All right, to be fair,
Yeah.
I do need to exercise a little more. That's
would
fair.
There we
donate for
go.
that's
There we
that's
go,
fair.
bro. But thank you so much, guys. Takibo, once again, thank you. Ervin, thank you.
Thank you,
I'll
guys,
talk
man.
to you soon, Filet. And chat, thank you so much for the love as well. Talk to you guys soon, man.
All right, Pip, start up the stream. I'm rating you.
Yep.
All right, boys. Thank you for coming on. It was a fun
Yeah,
one.
thanks for having us.
Peace out, boys.
Later.
I like hearing all the opinions as well. The solo opinions, the different play styles. And I think chat likes the different perspectives as well. They like the explanations. So, thank you guys. See you guys later. All right, chat. We're going to go raid Pips. Hey, yo. We're gonna go raid Pips. Stick around. Stick around for a second. He's booting up the stream. I like hearing wrong and correct opinions. It's nice to have everyone takes. Too thick. Who would have guessed? Oh, Nad win with the $2 says, love seeing the Helldivers goats get together. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. I will invite Maverick with the 2 says, thick, the next Mr. Pips. I'll definitely be sure to invite Takibo back as well. And also, I'll ask him to run some games. I think it would be fun to squad up. Get like, dude, we never see Takibo playing squads. What do you guys think? Halt, Horseman tier? Talking about 4 horsemen. We have the 4 horsemen on stream right now. True. True. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He was super chill. What has been boosted? Thoughts on the current MO? I haven't even looked at the current MO, if I'm being honest with you guys. I think it started yesterday, but I was not gaming yesterday. I was doing the balance feedback. That goes in horseman tier. All right, boys, we're going to go raid Pips. Stick around, okay? Stick around for the Pips raid. Go show him some love. You guys already know. He's streaming, testing the best sentry builds, plus the future of ... You have Discord? Yeah, ! Discord. Thank you guys for all the donos as well. Listen, I really appreciate all the donos. I try to kind of keep the podcast content going, though, because it's more like streamlined. I try to keep it more like streamlined content. But you guys go crazy, and every time we get crazy donos, I'm like, what the fuck? So I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you. Like the Discord, join the stream. All right, we're going to go raid Pips. You guys have a great day.